everyone-ness.
We're streaming. We're live. Your microphone's even on. This is...
Oh my God.
What a time
to be alive.
We're alive like everybody knows. My pill, they're my drugs, man.
I might have a couple.
My drugs.
I'm so tired all the time.
Yeah.
And yet I cannot sleep.
Yeah, I know. I know that vibe. We want to tweet.
I found myself singing that song today. I'm so tired.
Come and have a right royal laugh with me and her for free at
freegiggles.tv/TLNA.
Hashtag free giggles. It's in the kitchen, I think. Crawl.
Oh, I sorted mine out, by the way, so you should be able to.
Free giggles. Hashtag free Willy. Hashtag free Nelson.
Oh, I knew you were going there.
It's predictable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Has he got it? Are you playing? It's round there.
I don't think that's how you spell Mandela.
Doesn't matter.
I think
that's
it
how
could be
you
quite
spell
offensive.
It, the Mandela effect.
Offensive.
Is it there in a plastic bag? Has the other boy got it in the living room? We'll be with you in a moment, guys. Sorry. Where are you playing it? Upstairs? Yeah. Okay. But bear with us. We're just sorting out life. Welcome, Tony. You're in the right place.
Bienvenidos.
Right. Crawl, little boy. Right, we're doing a show. Everyone, bugger off. Hello, everybody. You can come down.
This was made by number one son.
Number one son, who will be 13 in a week, and he did not know how to make a cup of tea.
But now he does.
Any good?
It's an excellent cup of tea.
Let's say hello to everybody. By the way, very quickly, if Twitch goes down again today, we will try and come back once, and then we'll go to youtube.com/Ian Lee.
Does that sound like a plan?
Sounds like a plan. We're going to do the full 3 hours tonight. If Twitch crashes, we'll try and come back once, and if it doesn't work, we'll go to YouTube. Cat B has subbed. Thank you. Zerma, Petey Pops, Lala Lulu, Vavavoom, Tony, Mandula, Claire, Mr. Bodell. Thank you for your donation last night, Mr. Bodell.
Most kind.
Richard Allsorts. We will be doing the show from your house at some point in the future. Marcus, Jimadebo, Madista, Clem Fandango. Yes, I can hear you. Good evening, Buck. Good evening, Gatford. Lenny. I'm trying to get all of them. Metalla, James P. 22228. Raymond, Mark Pitts, Visionary. Cape Town Dean. If you mention the temperature in Cape Town again, I'm going to be really jealous.
Well, should we just assume it's warm?
Owen, Happy Rex, Itzumpa. Oh, Itzumpa's ordered fish and chips to be delivered by the robot.
Oh,
Did
I
they do
think
fish and
so.
chips? Digger, Ian Lee fan. How exactly we do a full 3 hour sex show? It's been a while. You wait and see. Super Saint. Gaz, thank you for the sub. Apple Tree Wick, thank you. Liam has raided. Liam, bless you. Thank you.
Welcome.
Party of 20. Appreciate
you.
that. That's a big old audience, Liam. I hope the stream went well. Gaz, thank you for the sub. Ross, Raiders Unite, Jimbo. Look at these names. Andrea, Jimbo, Linny. Alan Michael Twitch, hello. JKRX Art. Your picture of Catherine as Kill Bill has got pride of place next to a Love poster, the band Love, in my kitchen. Katifa, Graham Campbell, Illogical Hell, Amy Lewis. I think we're done.
All the people are here, all of them.
This was my little treat to myself. I ordered it, then cancelled it, then ordered it, then cancelled it, then ordered it. And it is Paul McCartney Style from Magical Mystery Tour. And I've wanted to wear a tank top for ages, right?
Uh-huh.
Wanted to wear a tank top for ages, and I've always bottled it. And I thought, I'm just going to wear a tank top.
Who cares?
And also it's this. So this is, how do I do this? Bottom left. So it's this style. I love that picture.
It's pretty much bang on.
It's really good.
His colour's a bit more muted, but it was at the olden days.
There's quite a few on Etsy. This was the most accurate. There are some that are a little bit further off, but I saw this and it's 35 quid. And I thought...
Is that all?
Yeah. It's good. It's 35 quid. It's a bargain, right?
I like a tank top. I've been wearing one recently. It's just right for the core. You want to warm the core and keep the armpits free.
So sorry, Clearline, we missed you. Someone else. Tony says, I was thinking Sylvester McCoy circa 1988. James Farley. James Farley also...
Oh, yeah.
Demonstrated.
Okay. His has got question marks on.
Yeah, I mean...
So...
yeah. But, so I am loving this. So I'm going to wear more tank tops. I love this style. I wore it out. I didn't wear it at work today. It felt a little bit extravagant. But I wore it to pick up the boys from school. It reminds me of the old game Breakout. Well, let's have a look at the old game Breakout.
Game.
Let's
Yes.
Here we go.
I see what you mean.
That, isn't it?
I see what you mean.
It's that. Oh, that's all we can see. So I am enjoying this look. Bought myself something, treated myself to something.
Guys, let me tell you something. Life is short,
well,
right? Especially like men. I feel like you get very confined very early into what boys wear, right? And there are certain colours that you won't touch and you daren't, all that stuff. Balls to all that. Life is short. Have a go in the dressing up box. The worst thing that can happen is you don't want to wear it again.
You may notice my hair's looking a little bit shaggy as well.
What's going on?
Not going to get it cut for a while. Saw some of the lockdown, a couple of lockdown pictures, and I thought, longer hair. I got no reason to cut it, so it's just getting a little bit shaggy at the moment. I might get it cut on Monday. I might not. I don't think I will, but I'm enjoying just,
Bit of length. Everyone likes that.
Come on, mate.
What?
Oh, come on. My kids are in the house. That's.
Mine's getting longer.
Mandy says, my dad is 83, never once worn a pair of jeans. Wowzers. Look at the numbers flicking wildly between 81, 79, it was 140. I don't trust.
A lot of people ploughed in here all excited thinking they were going to get what they're not going to get.
Yeah, you ain't going to get that. Welcome to the show, 3 hours. This is a little advert for our Patreon shows. Loads of people say, will you also get the knitted waistcoat that McCartney wore in the video for Waterfalls? I know the one you mean. Oh, yeah, I might do, actually.
Yeah.
I might do that.
That's a fair isle, that. Beautiful.
And they look beautiful there. But was that 80, 81?
Yeah, I was watching that on YouTube the other day because I've been watching McCartney.
Wingspan.
McCartney 123.
Oh, you watched that, yes.
Yeah, he talks about waterfalls in it. And so I thought, I'll just have a little bit of that. And one of the comments underneath was, I remember seeing that video and thinking, oh, Macca's getting old. He looks like a boy.
Like a baby. Did you get to the bit in Wingspan I was telling you about? It's a Wings documentary.
Not yet.
And Paul does all the links. And I wonder if, let's see if we can find it. There's a great link he does. YouTube.
No, the bit I've got to is where he's just married Linda and the fans are scrawling obscenities on the wall outside their house.
So McCartney does all the links. It's a documentary made by one of his daughters. I'm not quite
Mary.
The
one we met.
And I don't remember.
The baby in the jacket.
And he does all the links, right? But there's a great link. Well, let's see. Let's scroll through it.
Mac.
We're
It's been a trusted app.
Headphones on, don't I? We're going to hear this. Let's scroll through it.
Oh.
And I'm probably not set up to actually broadcast. I don't think. And we're on that. We're going to scroll
For more
through.
than 12.
Gatford says, so Macca did Waterfalls before TLC did. Yeah, he did. And the lyric isn't that dissimilar.
I want to find it. So he does one link as he goes on a red carpet. Hold the line, please, caller. This is worth it. This is the greatest link in documentary history, and it's so McCartney. It's so McCartney.
Does it give you the double thumb?
He might actually. It's a great It's all on YouTube, Wingspan. It's a great documentary. I may not be able to find it because it's so short. Basically, he's on a red carpet and he walks. He walks into the red carpet, then comes up to the camera and says something like, and then we decided to tour America, and then goes into whatever the event is. It's
Grace.
I mean, it's the mullet though, isn't it? That's the.
I have trouble with that era. That era.
I'm surprised Dave Dogface can't tell me the exact second that it happens. He does this. Someone said McCartney has been flipping the bird for years, and he has this habit of just touching his face with his middle finger.
Because I invented that.
I invented that. I invented the bird. Just got to find this link. Honestly, it's worth it. Oh, hang on. It's worth it. The thing is, it's such a short thing. Me scrolling through it,
You might miss it.
I might miss it. I might have missed it. This is. Her hair there is awful.
Yeah.
Bog brush.
Yeah, but like I say, have a go in the dressing room.
Here it is.
You will make mistakes.
Here it is.
We can laugh about
Here we
it.
go. This is the greatest link in documentary history. We've got to be careful because I don't want to get done for.
Not by Mac.
Here we go.
He's had 6 gold records, and it's estimated that this tour will take in over 5.
Here we go. It's
By
gonna
the time we got to Seattle, we've got the world attendance record.
Can you send me that on a tape?
By the time we got to Seattle, we had the world attendance record. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, there's a video. The Wings Over Europe tour bus has been restored. Have you seen that?
I have, yeah.
Wings Over Europe tour bus restoration. Yep, done it up again. I mean, I don't quite know why you do it up again, but they've done it up. Someone's done it up. You would wonder why. Welcome to the show. It's us. This is a little advert. It's great to have you back on Twitch. Why don't you do more shows? We do 2 shows a week, guys. Yeah. We do 2 shows a week on Patreon. You get sent a private link. The tiers start at £2, and every penny really, really helps us. For a £5 a month plus VAT, you get 2 private shows a week. It's about 5.5, 6 hours. Sorry, I feel a bit nauseous. There is a chance I might throw up tonight.
Okay. So hang in there, Bomb fans.
Hang in there, guys. This could be it. Oh,
hello.
Jesus, it's all going off, isn't it? Let's turn this off. My boys, I get all the emails and they sign up for some right old crap. So, £5 a month, you get 2 shows to watch live or watch back at a later date. They also get converted into podcasts. So the podcast fans, you get 2 shows a week. That's a £5 a month plus VAT. If you feel a little bit, want to splash out a bit for £15, you get all of that stuff and 2 private Zoom meetings with me and Catherine and all the other 15-quidders. But a lot of people don't turn up for that. So normally it's about 10, 15. I think the most we had was 20 people. So, patreon.com, if you're listening to the podcast, patreon.com/Ian and Catherine, patreon.com/IAIN and Catherine with a K. Go and have a little look.
Yeah.
Even £2 a month really, really helps.
And I'm about to do a dump of about 4 podcasts because I got ill over Christmas. So I've got the two from before Christmas, and then there'll be yesterday's and today's. You're going to get them all next week.
And thank you, because I know a lot of you subbers are here. Thank you. We're doing this on Twitch. I would you can subscribe on Twitch. It's a different thing to Patreon. I would suggest don't pay to sub to us on Twitch. You guys know how to use Twitch. Don't pay because it's a bit of a rip-off. If you have Amazon Prime and you want to use your Amazon Prime sub to support us, fantastic. We'll take that. Do not pay. Thanking you.
You got
If you did pay, that's cool. We appreciate it. But Twitch get half of the money.
And let's be honest, Bezos does not need it.
Don't need it. Are there any updates about Lino? Lino has been a member of this community. So he's been a fan of mine, certainly since I was at LBC, possibly before. So that's 20 years. And I consider him a friend. And we would text each other, just checking in with each other, really, and seeing how each other are. And he would send me links to really obscure documentaries. Are you planning to upload part 2 of last night's show soon? I think it did get uploaded, but I didn't call it part 2. The second part's only 7 minutes long because it kept crashing. So Lino's been like a big part of this community, and I know he's a big part of the Stephen Page community, and he had a lot of friends online. He is very, very seriously ill. I kind of do have a little bit of an update, but it's not great. I get really upset thinking about it. Actually, I had a big cry earlier on today, and I'm kind of okay now. He is very seriously ill. He is not conscious, and it's kind of we have to see what happens. But he's very, very poorly, so we will wait and see. As soon as I have any update, and as soon as I have an update that I'm allowed to share, I will let you know.
Yeah.
So if you are into praying, if you're into universal ordering, if you're into, sending out positive vibes, then if you could, just a little thought for Lino tonight would be absolutely awesome. Because that would really, really, it'll be good. It'll be good. Mark says, I saw the originally on Twitch and thought it was the first 7 minutes. No, I labelled them. I got confused. But there is a part 1 up on YouTube. Oh, you know what? I can set it so you can see it on Twitch as well. I'd uploaded it to YouTube, but I don't think I'd published it on here. So we will have some of that. Video producer, please. Video producer. But they should be on YouTubingtons. And a quick reminder, if no, they're both. Oh no, it isn't. I didn't publish. There we go. It's published now. They don't automatically publish because I do the radio show, and so there's a lot of music. So Twitch kind of said, "Well, we're not going to automatically publish you.
We don't trust you anymore.
We don't trust you." Fingers crossed for Lino. Yes, everybody. Mike, thank you very much for the sub. Thoughts, prayers, fingers crossed. Whatever it is you guys do. That would be a really, really cool. I saw his he would find it hilarious that we're getting all maudlin about him, miserable bastard. But I saw his last few tweets where someone tweeted to him, you're right, Lino, you've been dead quiet. And his last few tweets, he was saying he was feeling really, really ill. And it just reminds me of Chris Seavey's last tweet, where Chris Seavey, before he died, tweeted, I feel absolutely, I've never felt this bad, or something like that. And I wish I'd seen that. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, we'll have some of that. So.
Do you want to see something funny?
St. John's in the room.
Hey, St. John.
Yeah, I want to see something funny.
All right, get on my Twitter feed.
Oh!
I have wiped my Twitter feed, right, of virtually everything. I'm starting afresh, and it feels good. It's strange how, not panicky, but anxious I got just before I did it.
Yeah.
But actually...
Oh, it's a strange feeling, isn't it?
Brilliant.
Deleting... Are we watching this?
Oh,
I deliberately didn't watch this because I knew we'd watch it tonight.
This is funny.
Would you like to set it up, please?
Yes. I found this and I thought it was funny. This is funny. I hope you enjoy it. So this is Miss World. This guy saying, I didn't know Miss World was still a thing, but I have been obsessing about the way Miss France introduces herself here.
Albania! Angola! Argentina! Armenia! Aruba! Australia! Bahamas! Barbados! Beijing! Belize! Bolivia! Brazil! The British Virgin Islands! Bulgaria! California! Canada! Cayman Islands! Chile! China! Colombia! Costa Rica! Croatia! Curacao! Czech Republic! Denmark! República Dominicana! Ecuador! Egypt! El Salvador! Finland!
What did she say?
France!
Oh, bless her.
Salvador! Finland!
Oh, you remember the old... that's terrible.
Do you know what that reminded me of, though? The beginning of Calling Out.
You've seen the Miss World with Bob Hope, where where
they get
what we
rated.
used to call feminists.
No, what you used to call lesbians.
Oh, lesbians. Okay,
But yes, they were feminists, I think.
Is this? I don't know if this is the right clip. Let's have a look. Well, this game looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We're very happy to be here at this cattle market tonight.
I mean, not even disguising it.
Moo. Now it's quite a cattle market. I've been back there checking calves. Now the fight to save our wildlife has many rewards, ladies and gentlemen, not the least of which is getting your wife to wear a cloth coat. I don't want you to think I'm a dirty old man because I never give women a second thought. My first thought covers everything. And we must preserve.
That's not clapping.
Well, no, but hold on.
Oh, some mayhem. What's this covering?
Something. Yeah, there's got to be a better version of that. Well, we're going to watch Lionel Blair in a second.
So brace yourselves.
What's this? This is in black and white. I wonder if this will be slightly. There we go. That's mayhem.
And they're throwing pamphlets and smoke bombs.
Ladies who are guests in our country, but I guess the public will judge once more.
Come on now.
Maybe they don't come on the stage.
Yeah, put your coat on. Look at the butlers with the powdered wigs.
What's a I don't quite know what the edit is, but you know what that reminds me of?
Go on. Oh, yeah.
This is one of my favourite clips ever.
It wasn't Sarah Cox.
Wasn't it? No, it was Sarah Kaywood.
Yeah.
The brilliant Sarah Kaywood. I worked with her so many times. She's so lovely.
Here it is.
Here it is. This is great.
Oh, this is an
This is Don
interview.
Jolly. Why can't I find it? I bet he's had it taken down.
Should be an absolute classic.
I bet he's had it taken down. Lottery. Just can't keep.
This is
Here we
it.
go.
Here comes the Lotto Super Draw.
Hang on, was it Fathers for Justice? I thought it was one.
Oh, maybe he's got another one.
Okay, what's happening, Sarah?
Well, fantastic news, Eamon. Tonight we are having a super draw with a guaranteed jackpot of £15 million.
I thought it was women.
We shall try and keep going if we can.
He he's going to hide behind a tiny woman.
Bravely gets behind Sarah.
A gentleman who is going to disappear rather quickly. Well, as you'll have gathered, all sorts
He
of
was off
He's out of
Sarah's
it.
face. That Sarah's like 5'2".
Come on.
we may well take our leave of you for a moment. So as you gather, we are having a problem or two here in the lottery studio. We'll just make a few arrangements here and see if we can't continue with tonight's show, including...
None of those words meant anything. We'll make a few arrangements
Yeah.
here and see if we can't continue with today's show.
So Robin bravely ran away.
Are indeed live. So we're doing what we can, and we shall move on in a few minutes. Interesting.
Do what we
night,
can to
Eamon.
prize Eamon
Yeah.
down from his dressing room.
That sorted them out.
How dare you, Eamon? How dare you? he's doing a Nazi salute, which fits in with his... Look.
Our
Yes.
top presenter deserves a round of applause. The draw master who actually took someone down.
Well, folks,
Applause-
Eurovision
applause,
hard
please, for the
tonight.
violence.
We'll do our best to release the Lotto balls. They haven't been released. Everybody else has been incarcerated. We
Release the balls.
Ah, Eamon. What a peculiar gentleman. Now, we were looking for the Miss World, we
Saw Lionel Blair.
Saw a Lionel Blair. Let's have a little look at the Lionel Blair. No.
Yeah, but do you remember that? The talk about that protest at Miss World was, oh, look at all these angry, jealous women. They must be lesbians. They don't get it.
Yeah.
Rah, 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 rah. Actually, when you look at it, it's flipping weird.
It is, yeah.
And he even refers to it as a cattle market. And he's making horrible jokes about them.
All over the globe have sent beautiful girls to London tonight in search of a title.
Playing loads of beautiful girls.
It's strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss World 1970.
Wow.
What Jim says, was he really called Eamon Stay-at-Homes at Talk? He was, wasn't he?
We got it.
That was us that came up. It was you, I think, that
No,
came
was it John Stay-at-Homes or was it Eamon Stay-at-Homes?
Eamon Stay-at-Homes,
It was
'cause he
Eamon.
never
He
came
never
in.
came in.
Yeah, Catherine came up with that.
Thank you very much.
Just want to see Lionel Blair's opening song and dance number.
Featuring 60 of the world's most beautiful girls.
Check them out.
With compare Mike Aspel.
Oh, this is Michael Aspel's one.
Second lucky man, Keith Fordyce. The Mike Sam singer.
How can they walk with massive boners?
Look at them all. We're going to see some girls.
Beautiful Eva Rueba Steyer.
It's a strange angle.
And Lionel Blair and his dancers.
Oh no, that's a stranger angle. I didn't need that. I wonder if Nigel Lith goes in there.
There's beauty everywhere that everyone can share. A lovely world can be unfurled to those who see it.
I mean, is this strictly necessary?
It's not them singing, and it's quite a shit routine.
They're wearing suits. But I am tantalised by the hole in the stage. I'm hoping it's going to pay off.
He's going to do a Gemma Collins. This guy's not very good.
That's why he's at the back.
Keep your eye on that guy.
There's beauty everywhere that everyone can share. A lovely world can be unfurled to those
They were partial to a song and dance number, weren't they?
This guy.
Who was that behind the pillar there, loitering? Did you see?
Some dirty. Look, this guy's shit. Look.
Yeah, he nearly fell, didn't he? Down the hole.
and suddenly you find it's true that life is beauty too. America, Australia.
Look at them, they're just blokes.
They're not even singing, they're miming. Because the Mike Sam singers are singing.
Gambia, Mauritius, well, we just don't know. Nigeria, Liberia, or maybe Spain.
There's just a chance Miss Austria might win.
They can't sing and breathe. Have you seen them? But you know that just before they went on, they were all smoking tabs.
The Argentine, Tunisia, Guyana, Yugoslavia, Colombia, Grenada, Nicaragua.
What's happened to his tie?
To Israel, the Seychelles Isles, from Ecuador to India, there's miles and miles. There's Portugal, South Africa, or Germany. There's Holland, Belgium, Ireland, and there's Italy. But who will be Miss World? We'll have to wait and see.
Here they are.
What's he doing?
Peacocking.
He's doing a cock.
Down the hole, Lionel, come on.
Love is beauty. Miss
Now, out of the hole comes the tiger. What a ridiculous performance.
Such a crappy opening to an event.
Yep.
Absolutely awful opening.
Well, good evening or good day, depending on what part of the world you're watching us from, and welcome to the Royal Albert Hall.
What's he done to his hair?
His mum's done it.
When we saw ABBA Voyage, there was a bit where they had slicked hair, wasn't it? It's like that.
Hall here in London, which is the home of the famous Promenade concerts. And every year, the strains are heard here of Land and Hope and Glory. But there's a lot of strain, a lot of hope, and a certain amount of glory to be one
The
of the
suit is strange as well. That piping around the lapel looks like it's been stapled on.
Yeah.
We hope. We've got 58 girls, all here for obvious reasons. So we see them first of all, as we
To be
always do,
perved
in national
upon.
costume, starting with Miss Africa South.
Miss Africa South is Pearl Jansen, 20 years old, and she works as a machinist.
Miss Argentina.
Oh, those eyebrows. 70s brows.
Age 22, Miss Argentina is Patricia Salazar. She is a business studies student.
Miss Australia.
I've looked at clouds from both sides now, from up and down.
Wow.
And still somehow.
She's an actress and photographic model.
Priscilla Presley. What's going on there?
She's dead in the song.
Miss
Oh,
Austria.
this shit again, she's thinking.
At the age of 19, Rosemary Rech represents Austria. She's a mannequin and photo model.
A mannequin and photo model.
Yeah.
A mannequin.
So a mannequin would be like in a fashion house when the generally old ladies came in, the rich women. They would go to the atelier, where they do what they call it, the workshop, and they would have a live model just doing that.
I've just realised this is like our sort of second proper show back, and we're watching this shit.
Mannequins.
But I mean,
Miss Bahamas.
the pictures are awful.
Yeah.
Welcome now to June.
They're probably good, but they've zoomed in to the point where you can see how shite they are. What has she come as?
Bjork. This is supposed to be their national dress.
I don't believe it. Someone's taking the piss. Mum, I've got through, but I've got to wear a national dress. I'll sort you out, love. Pass me that crepe paper.
Age 19.
Oh dear, she's in there somewhere.
Illogical hell. I think I've just found my summer 22. I thought I was being outrageous wearing this.
It really is made out of cardboard, isn't it?
Miss Belgium.
They're all babies. They're all 19, 20,
Yeah.
21. They look about 35.
It's the eyebrows. The eyebrows made them look
Most
cross.
attractive girl from Belgium, Francine Martin, age 20. She is a design advisor.
You've done that wrong.
Miss Brazil.
Now we know what she looks like downstairs. We didn't then.
Well, if you don't believe bank clerks can look like this.
It's terrible. I don't think they did in the 70s. No one did they?
Not even Brazil.
I don't think so.
Yeah, can we guess? Gatford says, will Germany be a milking maid and France wearing garlic and a stripy shirt with a bike?
Entirely possible.
Yes, now you know it's true. A bank clerk, age 22, Sonia.
And Miss United Kingdom will be wearing one of those crappy bowler hats that they used to wear on New Year's Eve.
Yep, the plastic ones.
The plastic ones with the Union flag on.
Miss Dominion of Canada.
Oh, she gave a little...
Look bewitched. Oh,
Oh. You're going to catch a death.
It's Edward Island in Canada. North
she's like a sexy mountie.
Mountie always gets her man.
Hickey, who's 19,
But I don't think that's standard uniform.
and a model.
Okay, we're taking bets on what Miss UK will look like. Owen says Miss UK will look like a pearly queen.
Miss Ceylon.
What do we call Ceylon now? We don't call it Ceylon, do we?
Is it Salon?
Miss Salon is 22. Yolandi Alep is her name. She too is a model.
Saying,
Is it
someone
Ceylon?
saying, oh, Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka.
Thank you.
Miss Colombia.
Oh dear.
These South American and Latin American girls have such attractive
Those eyebrows are
names.
the reason my mum banned me from tweezers till I was about 17.
What is he? He's about to say something here.
The South American and Latin American girls have such attractive names. This is Carmelina Bayona Vera. She is 18 and a model.
She's 18.
Yeah.
All dead now, of course.
Miss Cyprus.
What?
Do you know what I'm enjoying about this particularly?
Yeah.
Natural lips.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I was watching The Apprentice last night.
Oh, I've not seen that yet.
They're all very YouTube makeup.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of filler going on.
Dave says that name is proper attractive, to be fair.
Carmelina. Carmeline. Lovely. But yeah, there's a definite, and I said to the girls, this right now seems to be normal. We will be laughing about these looks within 10 years.
We're getting some suggestions on what Miss UK. She will have a Union Jack dress, aka Jerry Halliwell. I've also seen a snooker player and a dance player. Let's see.
A beefeatress.
Oh, mate. Oh, mate.
What's this supposed to be?
You've blown it, whatever that is. Cyprus. Hello.
Miss Cyprus.
Nah, mate, you've blown
The
it.
student from Nicosia is 19-year-old Luisa Anastasiades.
She doesn't give a shit.
Hi.
Miss Denmark.
The
Classic.
Scandinavian girls are all classical blondes. 23-year-old Winnie Holman from Denmark is a secretary and model.
But she's mostly a secretary,
Miss
isn't she?
Dominican Republic.
Okay.
She's come as a toilet roll.
That's a definite look.
21. And a makeup artist.
Miss Ecuador.
Stinks of fags in there.
A noticeably beautiful girl from Ecuador.
And Charlie.
Sofia Monteverde. She's
I mean,
20
the
years
perfume.
old and a university
20
student,
years old.
student of
Sweet
makeup.
Lord.
Look at the side blown hair. It's beautiful.
Miss Finland.
There's 60 of
Poor
us. We can't-
eyebrows. Her
we can't
poor
go all the way
eyebrows.
through- let's-
Statuesque and dignified
I want to do a
noses.
benefit concert for the eyebrows of the 70s.
Yes.
Miss Gambia.
And this 20-year-old contestant, who's a stenographer, has the name Princess Margaret Davies.
Good for her.
It's a great name.
Good for her. You've got to dream big.
Dagmar Eva Rutenberg, age 19, and she works in a bank.
But where's she from, though? Because I've never seen...
Bubble Hat Land.
Miss Gibraltar.
She reminds me of those biscuits you used to get your grandmas. Remember, in a party? And they'd have those
Representing
marshmallows with
Carmen
coconut on.
Gomez or Gomez. She's 21 and a television romper room teacher.
Alice says, what year was it when South Africa put in a white woman trying to trump a black woman? I vaguely remember that.
Miss Greece.
Julie Vardy, age 20, was born in Athens and she's a model. This gorgeous girl is an air hostess. She's 22 and her name is Jennifer Hoston.
Guyana.
Gosh.
Oh, yeah. There's my winner.
It's got to be Holland.
In Netherlands national costume, Patricia Holman, who's 20 and a
Poor
mannequin.
Patricia. Come on now.
Oh.
Miss Hong Kong.
You've probably read in the paper about Miss Hong Kong coming to the United Kingdom, hoping to meet Cliff Richard. Her name is Anne Lay.
Oh, she's barking up the wrong tree.
And a model.
Miss Iceland.
I just want to get to Miss UK, guys. Then we'll stop watching this trash.
Another blonde from the north, Anna Hansdottir, who's only 17, a secretary and
17.
photographer's model.
She got a Smurf hat on.
Miss India. Ireland.
Here we go.
We're only on the eyes.
Oh, look!
From Ireland, Mary McKinley, age 20, and she is a
Eyes up,
production
lads.
worker.
Miss Israel.
Student.
It's a nice outfit. I don't know if it's traditional.
Miss Italy.
Now we're getting serious.
For an Italian girl, she has a name that seems to come straight from Holland. Marika de Boy. She's
She looks furious.
She's not happy, is she? She's not happy.
Look what they did to my hair.
And a mannequin.
Miss
mannequin.
Jamaica.
Miss Jamaica.
No, she went of her own accord.
Probably did make her,
Miss
actually. With
Japan.
flipping out. Oh, look.
Sweet and petite. From Japan comes
Sweet and
Hisayo
petite.
Nakamura, who's 21.
They're a very tiny people, and she's here, but if you look carefully, you can see her. UK, England.
Miss
I suppose.
Korea.
I suppose it'll be England if you've got. Oh,
No, it'll be
maybe
United
UK.
Kingdom.
Yeah, it was Ireland.
It'll
yes.
be right at the end.
A very attractive smile of Georgina Risk, who's 17 and a half, and a model.
17 and a half.
Matters when you're 17.
From Liberia, Mamusu Wiles. Mamusu is 20 and a student.
We haven't missed UK, Lulu. We're looking. We're waiting.
Luxembourg.
It's going to be right at the end. Can I go now?
Miss Malta.
And a model.
Miss Mauritius.
Oh, God, she's furious.
Look at her face.
What?
Miss
What?
Ken, thank you for the song.
Mauritius.
Want a picture?
Television. Zulima Lapeth Montemayor. She's 18 and
Yes,
a student.
mate.
Yes, I'm enjoying that look very much.
Powerful.
Miss New Zealand.
Executive Secretary.
It's gone on for ages.
Miss Nigeria.
Pass age 21.
Philippines.
Bloody
Is a
hell.
And Miss Portugal has a very English name. Anna Maria Lucas.
It's not an English name, her name's Lucas. Oh, dear.
You got words on that?
For you, she bought that in the shop on the way out.
Miss Seychelles.
Oh, bloody hell.
Oh.
Oh,
A different sort of costume. Nicole Barallon is 17 and a teacher.
that's not right, is it?
Miss South Africa.
David says, imagine being in the audience, you dirty boy. All right, okay. And we had, we had Africa South
And
South Africa. All right, that's how they do
So
it.
what's this costume then that she's wearing? Is this sort of a Dutch thing?
William Jessup is 20, unmarried and a student.
Unmarried?
I'm married.
Miss Spain.
Why do we need to know?
Josefina Rowan
Oh,
Gutierrez.
here we go.
Age 22, she's a secretary. And the fifth blonde from Scandinavia, Mai Johansson.
Fifth blonde from Scandinavia, if you're
Switzerland.
counting.
Bloody hell, come on.
Miss Thailand.
Arna Kamal.
Right, it's
Miss
going to be...
Tunisia.
I wonder if the crowd will be more partial towards the United Kingdom.
Takbay.
Miss United
Oh.
Kingdom.
Yes! There we
They
go.
will. Oh, what's this? What's this? I was just thinking I haven't worn one of those for ages.
Ah.
In the
What
costume
is
of
this?
Britannia, here's Yvonne Orms, who's 21.
What's-
Comes from Nantwich, and she's a photographer's model.
But what's this? What's this
It's
Joker wearing?
like a sort of horse guard's plumage type.
Is that what
vibe,
it is,
isn't
or is she a Roman? That's ridiculous. Where is she?
Miss United States of America.
They pulled off a fairground ride.
Oh!
I mean,
Auntie Sam.
Born in Illinois, Sandra Walsfeld is 24 and a model.
yes,
Totally-
I am.
Totally pissing over everyone else in terms of owning the stage stakes.
Oh yeah, was she supposed to be like Britannia or Boudica or
Right,
something?
yeah.
That's the point.
Miss
But I mean, it was
Venezuela.
very abstract.
Oh,
Tomasa Nina de las Casas, 22 years old.
right, okay. So that.
And how old is
This
Michael
lady,
Aspel?
okay.
Well, you've just seen Miss World 1970 because in 45 minutes' time, one of these girls will hold that title. And any
let's-
ladies who are planning to lock their husbands into the coal shed during this...
Oh, this is the one. This is the one because the Bob Hope is the. I thought Bob Hope was the host. He's not. Okay.
All right, so here's some overt sexism.
He dies on his arse. We saw a bit. He's going to die on his arse.
You've got a card. That's what the hole's for.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you,
See, I
ladies and
always
gentlemen.
thought we hosted this.
I am very, very happy to be here at this
Robo says Bob Hope was never funny. I have to disagree.
cattle market tonight. Moo.
Ooh.
No, it's quite a cattle market. I've been back there checking calves. No, but this is beautiful, and I'm very thrilled to be here once again in this beautiful Albert Hall. I haven't been here for a few years. But I want to assure you, ladies and gentlemen, about the bomb blast. I want to assure you there's nothing going to get blown up here tonight. They've checked every costume in the place. So I think we're all right. This is really my kind of room, though, wall-to-wall girls. And I wouldn't have missed this at all. I've been hooked on girls since I was about 14 when my mother cut off my curls and I found out I wasn't one. Up till then, I was the only kid in school with a choice of powder room. No, I've been a girl watcher since, well, that's how my nose got this way. Pointing at the girl that lived upstairs. You know, the real reason I'm here is because we take Miss World on our Christmas trip every year. It's a morale booster for me. Actually, the Defense Department insists on it. When the guys see her up there on the stage with me, it keeps them in a fighting mood.
This is awful, right?
Last year, Miss World, Miss Ava Ruber Steyer was a big hit with the Air Force. Wherever we went, the fighter pilots, why, they did come out and they did loop-de-loops, they did rolls, they'd fly out in formations, all in her honor, and many of them had planes. And I must say that last year I promised Miss World a part in a picture.
Oh, God.
And I'll have to do something about it soon because she's getting tired of all the rehearsals. No, can I tell you,
Yeah.
I've always had a great interest in beautiful girls. I don't know what
We get
causes it.
that.
I guess
We
it's
get
something
that.
of a vitamin deficiency. But I do have that need, ladies and gentlemen.
It's horrible, isn't it?
This is horrible. Welcome back to our second show of 2023. We're making everyone feel awful.
But I don't want you to think I'm a dirty old man because I never give women a second thought. My first thought covers everything. Can I tell you what a wonderful week I've had here in London? It's been
please
a
don't.
mad social week for me. Cocktails at Buckingham Palace and dinner at the American ambassadors. Thank heavens I have a drip-dry dinner jacket. Really. And mingling with the royalty, I can hardly wait to go back home. I don't know who to snub first. I will look down on more people than Jackie Onassis at a Marie Callas concert.
So has it happened and they've cut it out and we're on the other side of it?
I don't know. Because surely they should have jumped in by now.
Because yeah.
I worked 2 shows at the Festival Hall for my booker, Lord Mountbatten. That was Monday night, and I'm still alive and well. I guess audiences are sick of violence. But Princess Grace filled in for Noel Coward, and she did a great job. You know, Grace came from Philadelphia, and she went to Hollywood and became a movie star and then married a prince. I don't know if that's the best way to become a princess, but it sure beats the frog-kissing method.
Okay.
The closest I ever came to meeting a real princess was when I shared a locker with Tiny Tim at the YMCA. It can never have been a great week. Cocktail party.
Where are the protesters when you need them?
Had a nice formal stand. I think they invited to the... I won't say the drinks were potent, but it's the first time I ever asked Rudolf Nureyev to dance. Toot for the live.
Oh no, here we go.
Wildlife has many rewards, ladies and gentlemen, not the least of which is getting your wife to wear a cloth coat. And we must preserve...
Oh, here we go.
This is incredible, isn't it?
I mean,
live TV, and they didn't know what to do, so they're filming it. You can't cut away. You can't do anything.
I think it is football rattles.
Chucking leaflets. I think they're flower bombs.
Yeah.
The interruption, I'll welcome though it is to the organisers, isn't altogether unexpected. One or two people managed to get onto the stage. At the back of the amphitheatre, there were some demonstrators. They started rattling, and then they blew
Bob's
whistles.
legged it.
And then one or two of them managed to get through, which was quite an achievement because the security here has been extremely tight. It was realised, though, by the organisers that there has been some criticism before this began. There were threats made earlier in the week to disrupt the contest.
Yeah, and anyone who thought that this competition was sexist before Bob's set was left in no doubt whatsoever.
I think that the organisers do seem to be getting on top of it.
Dirty bastards.
Bob Hope certainly has left the stage while this is...
I was on it, Yam Yam. It was one of the worst nights of my life when I was on They Think It's All Over. I think I did it twice.
Sorted out. No, he's back there still. He's a bit bewildered.
Oh, God, no, please don't finish. It's fine.
This is not the kind of situation he normally expects to come up against, but it's a big round of applause for him now.
What's his first line gonna be?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a nice conditioning course for Vietnam.
Yeah, a Nam joke.
I want to tell you, anybody that would try to break up an affair as wonderful as this, with these kind of proceedings, and with these wonderful people and wonderful girls from the entire world.
People and girls.
Have got to be on some kind of dope, ladies and gentlemen. Believe me.
I was strung out on heroin.
They got to be on dope.
Pat's out the way.
Applause for dope.
For dope.
I want you to meet the girl that I took to Vietnam last year and all over the world and made a tremendous hit. Miss World of last year, Miss Eva Rubersteyer, right here.
Okay, all right, we get...
God, but she's had to put up with some shit, hasn't
On
she?
your work. Thank you, darling. Miss Eva Rubersteyer, right? Yes. Of course, I've never, not under these conditions, but I, for a minute there, I thought I was back in vaudeville.
God, fuck is going on?
Yeah, any though.
All
right.
And her measurements are 36, 24, 36.
You don't see or hear those measurements now.
No.
And at the time, it was such a cliche.
Yeah.
And I mean, I never really knew what they. I know it's boobs, waist, and
hips.
Hips. That's it. Yeah. Okay.
No, there's nothing I would like to tell you actually.
No.
Certainly, mainly radio.
Would you care to interview me for a change?
Certainly.
Well, I don't think. No, there's nothing I would like to tell you actually. Now you're an air hostess, so you must have seen most of the world.
Well, not really, because I fly with British West Indian Airways, and we go as far as Toronto. So I'm still dying to come to Europe on their flights.
I see. It's a short career, an air hostess, isn't it? What is your ambition after that? To go stay in broadcasting?
Well, I'd like to do a bit of broadcasting, but if by any chance I could incorporate it with a little acting, why, I'd be delighted.
Well, I'll see what I can arrange.
I like
Thank you very much. Miss Grenada, thank you.
It's also measured though, isn't it?
His little portable mic.
And now we meet contestant number 28, Miss Israel.
I think he's keeping the battery under his fringe. There is a lot of upholstery underneath those swimming costumes.
Yeah.
It was Irith Lavi. Probably, would you like to step forward a fraction? You are one of the tallest contestants, aren't you?
Yes, I think so.
Yes, but I'm officially taller than you, but it doesn't make sense. Tell me, you're from You're from Haifa?
Yes.
What is Haifa like?
We have beach, sunshine in Haifa, and it's a very nice place.
You're very much a summer girl, aren't you? Where do you go for holidays? Do you stay in Haifa?
I'm not staying in Haifa at all because I'm going to Tiberias. Well, I do there skiing, water skiing, and swimming.
Now, you're a student as well as a model. What are you studying?
Physical education.
And what will you do when you have qualified?
I don't understand your question.
When you have finished your studies, what will you do?
I'll be a teacher, a sport teacher.
I understood the answer. Thank you, Miss Israel. Thank you.
Did you just bow to her?
You did. So this is South Africa as opposed to Africa South. Thank you, Sensibility.
Gillian Jessup. Gillian, where were you born?
In Johannesburg, in South Africa.
South Africa. Oh, yes, of course. The Australian girl was born in Africa as well. I was confused. Now, you're a student. What are you studying?
I was studying a BA. I was a student until I won the competition. And then I had to go up to Johannesburg. They needed me there for 6 months before I came to London.
So, are you qualified now for a BA?
No, I'm not. I did a year and a half.
Will you return to those studies?
My father would like me to, but I'd like to go into modelling, I think.
But if you didn't go into modelling, what would your BA enable you to do? What do you specialise in?
I'd like to get into public relations or personnel.
Yes. Is this your first time in London?
It's my second visit, actually, but last time I was here for about
It's just
3 days.
relentless, right? Let's get to the end. Let's get to the end.
Oh, what's happening here? Strip.
Something in the way. Oh.
Is that the one that won last time?
That's not a contestant.
Isn't it the one that won last
I
time?
think it might be.
That went around the world with Bob Hope. Careful now.
No, I believe in how. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, you saw her count. She counted.
Yeah, she's not a natural mover, is she?
Watch as she counts. 4. She's a model. Fair play. She's giving it a good go.
I mean, why they're making her do this?
He's doing the shagging motion. Roger's right. Des would ask them if they like swimming. That is the Lionel Blair, yes.
Cape's going back on. Put her back in her box.
Could it be? Or Miss United Kingdom? They are the 7 finalists.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, God, they all had to dance, did they?
No, that can't be right. No, they didn't.
Eva Räuber-Steyer. That's
It
the
was
girl
her.
that Miss World 1970 has to follow, and we're about to learn who that girl is because the results are ready and we're about to learn them. Presenting the awards is the joint chairman of Mecca Limited. Mr.
Imagine them
Hans
backstage
Heldenau.
going, what, so next year I have to do that?
As is
Tell you what, I'm
customary
going
to announce
to
the
nick
results
off now
in
to the
reverse
pub.
order. 5th, Miss South Africa.
Gutted, mate.
Back to school, mate.
Yeah.
She crying?
And as well as a silver trophy, Miss South Africa, coming 5th, receives a cheque for £100.
100 whole pounds.
And back in 1970, that still wasn't much money.
Sweden.
This time with the trophy goes a cheque for £150.
Are all the finalists going to be blonde and white?
Third, Miss Israel.
Yes, they are.
Second, and runner-up, Miss Africa South.
Ooh. Controversial. Oh, she looked into our souls there.
She's probably thinking, this bullshit's second.
£500.
How much?
And for Miss Africa South, a very nice cheque for £500.
£500.
And Miss World 1970.
I'm guessing
is
Brazil.
Miss Grenada.
Oh!
Well,
Controversial. Well done. Turns out 1970 was not only in the Dark Ages, it was also slightly progressive at the same time.
I wonder what happened to these women.
We'll find out. Okay, so she reads.
Success Jennifer Huston, an air hostess from...
That's like when I won Mastermind and you have to sit on the chair while the credits are going. It's a weird thing.
Oh no, now she's going to get Bob Hoped.
She was a Bond girl. Okay.
No, hands off.
And with the scepter...
Hang on, people are saying she's not Bruce's wife.
No.
He did marry a Miss World, but...
Miss World 1970.
Out of the way, Bob. Out of the way.
He's giving
She's
her
got a mitre.
That's a shitty stick to beat him away with. Regal.
Oh, look at the credits! Look at the credits! Look at the wonky credits!
They're wobbly. She's gonna fall down the hole. Is that what the hole's been there for the whole time?
Oh, there's a BBC documentary from a couple of years ago when you see the girls like, okay. What's going on there? Oh, the pretend paps. Oh no, they're real paps. They're real. Bloody hell.
What picture's he going to get at the back?
He's going to get the best.
Oh, it's still on.
Very many thanks to the police and security forces.
Is anyone going to put the mic on? Wow. That wasn't it?
Graham enjoyed it.
Bloody awful in every way.
Oh no, we're not watching it again.
Graham, how does it feel to be an endangered species? Grahams and Garys are disappearing, aren't they?
There's no Grahams.
No baby Grahams.
Here we go. Hang on. Here's a runner-up from that year. Hang on a second. Let's have a quick look. We won't.
My next guests were on the gold carpet. Yeah, it was a special gold carpet in London last night for the UK premiere of new movie Misbehavior.
Okay.
It's based on the 1970 Miss World contest that was...
Oh, Misbehavior.
Oh, there's a film about it.
I want to see that.
...by women's lib protesters. Well, Pearl Johnson was the runner-up that night. What a beauty, who made history herself as South Africa's first black contestant. And actress Laurice Harrison plays Pearl in the movie. So good to see both of you. Wow, really good.
Well, that's this weekend sorted out. I'm watching that. I'm watching that.
Now look, this was a very different world. We had a situation where we had Miss South Africa, who was white, because we still had apartheid, and Miss Africa South,
correct,
who was you.
Yes.
Absolutely, who was you. And you were kind of thrown into this crazy world.
Yes, but you see, Miss South Africa, I'm very young at this time.
Yeah, what, you were 18?
You just want to see this explanation, hang on.
Very innocent, you know, not worldly though, put it that way. But in any case, now, Miss South Africa and Pearl, you're going to be Miss Africa South. Now, this did not matter to me at the time, really.
No.
Because I have other ideas. I'm getting this opportunity.
An amazing opportunity, wasn't it?
And an amazing opportunity. So this being Miss Africa South thing, it didn't bother me at all.
And you were the runner-up that year, and for the first time ever, we had a black woman win. Miss Grenada.
Correct.
Won, of course, and this is her.
Okay, there's obviously some copyright thing where they have to blur.
Yeah.
Okay, well there you go.
Well, I'm going to have some of that.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Cape Town Dean says a real Cape Town accent. That.
People are asking, can you call in? Yeah, you can call in, guys.
Give us a ring if you want.
Let's open up Skype. Skype is open. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you're very, very welcome to. There's a BBC documentary on YouTube too. We'll have some of that. If you want to Skype in, it's TLNA. You're very welcome to. I keep getting sent. You see an email pop up there. I keep getting sent emails about like boat equipment. Would you like to buy boat equipment? And I wrote back saying, no, I wouldn't. My wife just died in a boating accident and I've sold my boat.
Right.
But it's like...
They say
There was no condolences, but
They didn't send you a wife catalogue.
No, they didn't. They keep wanting me to buy boat equipment.
Oh, that reminds me, I need to ask you something.
Yes, sir.
I need to ask you something. So I keep getting messages from QuickFit, hilariously, because when you actually go into QuickFit, they can't be bothered to talk to you.
They cannot be asked.
But I keep getting messages from QuickFit saying that my MOT is due.
Right.
Now, that's the first I've heard of it. It probably is at some point.
Do you want to check? You can check. We won't.
But do they not send you a notification anymore?
No, because when I got a notification saying I needed to get new road tax, so I went on to pay for it, and it said your MOT runs out in 2 days.
Yes. So I was waiting for the road tax thing. I haven't had that either.
Right. They can't see this screen.
Okay.
You're going to type in.
I know it's supposed to expire on the 17th.
Type in your reg and you see. Oh, hang on. What is it? Go. Let's check now. This is your car.
Yeah.
Okay. It failed its MOT, did it?
Yeah, last year. Remember, I had a flipping nightmare with it in January last year.
So tax status, you got 26 days left of tax.
Yeah.
MOT expiry date is the 17th.
Thanks, QuickFit, but I won't be bringing it to you.
No, they're shit.
I could, and they were. Why is it right? It's one of those places where you have to double check what's over the door, because whenever you go in there, it's like you've walked into someone's living room and you've like stopped them watching Homes Under the Hammer or something. It's like, you want me to what? I'd like you to fit something quickly, please.
Buck is right.
Sorry,
it's
I
worth
can't do
booking
that.
it as soon as you can, because when I tried to book my MOT, I found out I had 2 days, and I had to do QuickFit because that was the only place that wasn't like 2 weeks.
I've got a man round the corner.
You've got a man?
Yeah, they're really good.
Owen says you can set up a direct debit for car tax.
I don't have to pay any.
Mine's only 30 quid.
Mine's zero.
Isn't that good? Because of the model car. Because I got a crap car, 30 quid.
Mm-hmm.
Very happy with that.
Yeah, so I have to go on and say I'm still driving it and pay nothing, but they do want to check you've had your MOT.
0203 286 6370 is the telephone number. Someone asked if you could call in. Well, now you can.
And no one's phoning.
We've opened Skype for you, so bloody well phone. Senator William says, I have a car man too. He always complains he's busy, but still books me in.
Well, I found the absolute holy grail where they don't complain and they actually help you out. I'm not telling you who it is.
Here we go.
It's mine.
Here we go. We've got our first call of 2023. Be warned.
Hello.
We might see naked bodies. Hello, Dean.
Greetings and happy 2023.
Hello, I can't see you.
Unlucky. Deal with it. I'll see if I can get that. There we go. You can see us now.
Oh, wow. Oh, here you are.
There we are. What you got for us, Dean? How's it going? How's 2023 looking for you so far?
Not great, actually.
Oh.
I went to the doctors today, and they said your operation won't be. I said, when will the operation be? Well, they said, got any questions for us before we continue? And I said, yeah, when will the operation be?
Good question. Solid question.
Yes. And they said, we don't know.
Hey, not a solid, a wibbly answer.
And then I said, well, can you give me some sort of idea? Are we talking weeks or months? And they said months.
Oh, bloody hell. Because you were all set to go, weren't you?
I was, yeah. The surgeon says that I'm all fit enough to do it and all that. Anyway, that's boring.
But the NHS isn't, is it, at the moment?
It's so screwed, guys. We're all screwed.
On New Year's Eve, or midnight on New Year's Eve, I was 3 years sober.
Hey! Ding, 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 ding.
Yes.
Well, that's brilliant, man. Congratulations.
Yes.
Well done. Well done. That's some achievement.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Did you have a good New Year's Eve?
It was. I was in bed. I went to bed. I think I watched some telly and I went to bed.
I had to take my daughter to a party and she came back about 8 o'clock. We had a bit of a row because she wanted to go on somewhere else, but it was a grown-ups party. Grown-ups I don't know.
No.
I didn't like the idea. And so we had a little bit of a row. But actually, afterwards, we had a really good New Year. So we put, what's his name? The fella that does, I'm up in space, man.
Sam Delaney.
Sam, yes, him. So he did a show, like instead of the Hootenanny, we had him on. He was brilliant. He was singing all the hits. We loved it. And then with the girls, I let the girls stay up till midnight and we did the bongs and they laughed at me singing Auld Lang Syne. And we had a really good night. And actually at the end of it, my eldest said, I'm glad I didn't go to that party now. It wasn't going to finish till 3 and I'm too tired.
Yeah.
And I thought, yeah, and you'd be full of drunkards.
Just going to turn the heating on because it's a little bit chilly.
But yeah, Sam Ryder was brilliant. He was so good. And he's living the flipping dream, isn't he, Sam Ryder? You know, when you met him and he said that he's not used to being famous yet, he's still very kind of unjaded and he'll stand there and let a queue of people queue up and he'll give everyone equal attention and he's loving
enjoying it.
Oh my God, he was having the best time. It was such a good show. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it.
Speaking of good shows, are you going to do...
When are we going to do one? Yeah, I don't know. No, go on. Sorry, go on.
The 1899 spoiler thing.
We will. Well, you know, it's been cancelled. They're not doing a season 2.
Yes, I know that. That's disappointing.
I think we might do a little spoiler thing. Maybe. I'm not sure. I have these ideas. I'm just turning the heating up. I have these ideas, and then
he loses the will.
I loses the will. I have to act immediately, Dean. Otherwise, I can't be bothered.
Right.
That's the thing, and so we've probably moved on from that. I've got so many ideas buzzing away, but
really?
But I can't be bothered to do them. Is the thing. I spoke to my boss today, Jack, about maybe ending it.
The job, not your life.
Yeah, job, not life. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Here's the thing, right? I'm not enjoying radio, Dean. I haven't enjoyed it, certainly at least for the last 2 years of talk. I now, as you probably know, I'm a qualified counsellor, so I have a plan B for the first time ever. And I would like to, at some point, and it will happen, it just depends when, retire from broadcasting and do counselling full-time. Look at his face, look.
Yeah.
And do counselling full-time. Still do Patreon. I still need to do Patreon. All right, McCartney.
But are you going to do that when you're doing your counselling? When they're talking, go?
Might do, yeah. So I think I'm done, Dean. I've achieved everything I ever wanted to achieve and a whole lot more. And so I had a chat with my boss today and said, look, I'm not sure if I want to be here in 6 months' time. So, you know, we'll see what happens. It's exciting. Huh?
What did he say to that?
He was a little bit surprised, but he was grateful that I was being so honest. Go on.
I would, if circumstances were different, like you had, like a million listeners and people phoning up all the time, and it was the 10 till 1 slot, would you change your mind?
It would be different. It would be different. Yeah, but would I change my mind? Probably not. I think I'm done, Dean. I think I'm done with it.
What are we going to do without you, Ian?
Well, I still do Patreon. I still need to do Patreon. So there'd be that, and it wouldn't be a complete. You know, if every sort of 5-6 weeks, 4 extra asked me to go in and record a week's worth of links, I'd still do that. You know, if I got offered a voiceover, I'd do that. If they came and said, here's 20 grand, do Big Brother for a month, I'd do that. You know, for the money. But in terms of it being a career, yeah, I'm just not digging it, mate.
You don't feel like you're building?
I'm not building anything. I've done it. I've done everything I could ever have wanted to have done, and then some. I want to give it a go, setting up a private practice, doing counselling, and get more life. I tell you why. If I had 15 clients, I'd be earning the same as I am at Jack, but I could do 3 days a week
and live.
So, yeah, that's the plan.
Oh, well, I'm a bit shocked.
Yeah, isn't it?
But, yes, you're a big part of my life. You're not trying to lay anything on you or be a bit weird or anything.
You're not, you're not laying anything, you're not weird. And I've had a few people say, you know, if you did that would be awful and that. And that's, yeah, I get that. But it's, you know, it is what it is. We'll see. I haven't completely made up my mind when and how and all of that. But, yeah, that's where my head is at.
Right, okay.
That took you by surprise, didn't it, Dean?
It did, yes. Well, at least you'll be doing this till August at least.
Oh yeah, we're guaranteeing we're going to be doing Patreon until the end of August, unless one of us dies or something. But we're certainly going to be doing Patreon until the end of August. Yeah. That's so there is some security in the world there.
Great. Oh well, that's good enough.
Yeah. All right, man. Nice to talk to you, Dean. I'm sorry about your bad news.
Oh yeah, it's okay. I'll get over it.
Okay. All right, mate. Speak to you soon. Take care.
Dean. Bye.
Ciao. Bye. Magic Marcus says, I hope you will still do Twitch, Ian. I miss you. The world needs more Ian and Catherine's. We do Patreon. Simon says, if you had time off, it could create a frenzy to get you back on radio. I had 2 years off.
There was no frenzy.
There was zero frenzy. And Owen says, I only do 3 days a week. And yes, I don't earn as much, but I have freedom. That's the thing. And we talk about our friend Lino, who, a month ago was fine and now is in hospital.
Yeah.
And we don't know what's going to happen there. And that really makes you think, I could die tomorrow. Something awful could happen tomorrow. And do I want to have a bit more of a life. Speaking of lives, it's the big man, Alistair.
Hello.
Hey,
Happy New
What's
Year.
going on? Happy New Year to you both.
No. It's the 6th of January.
I haven't seen him.
Yeah, okay, we don't say it.
I do.
You don't?
You're not in charge of my greetings.
I'm going to have some chili in a minute.
Are you?
Yeah.
You might need this to bung yourself up after.
For God's sakes. You had some of my chili. It was nice.
Yeah, it was delicious.
Thank you.
It was very, very good. Oh, now, who's got an air fryer? Everyone?
Alistair?
I have got the best recipe ever, and it's cheap as chips, right?
Okay.
Chicken thighs is the way forward. You can get a massive load of them for I think you get 8 for £3, and that's in Waitrose, right? So imagine. So get yourself some of them. Whack as many in your air fryer as you're planning to eat that evening. Although they do keep for the next day if you want, put them in a sealed container. But here's your thing. These days, the supermarkets are doing this stuff called chicken seasoning. Have you heard of this thing?
Yeah, certainly. They have it in the advert for Come Dine With Me.
It's so good.
Oh, she's never done that before. Secret safe with me.
But you can make your own. There's loads of recipes for them online, right? But so what you do is you get your chicken thigh, and then you make sure it's got lots of olive oil on it. Smother it in this chicken seasoning. Leave it for at least an hour, right? Then in your air fryer, as hot as you can get, about 200 degrees. Whack it in, 9 minutes. Pull it out, turn it over, another 9 minutes. It is bloody beautiful. That is going to be the cornerstone of so many dinners in future. Even when my kids liked it, and they are fussy as, right? Because there's a fake Nando's has just opened in our town.
Chips turn out well in the air fryer.
And they were going, oh, we really want that. And I was thinking, I did the typical mum thing of, I'm not paying that. I can do it better than them. So that's what we did. And it was bloody lovely. 9 minutes either side. Mwah. Beautiful. And there was a bit left for sandwiches today.
How often do you clean your air fryer?
Every time.
Oh.
Yeah, why? Mine can go in the dishwasher.
Mine can as well, but...
Why wouldn't you? It's full of gloop.
Well, it's all kind of white and sticky now. I do I've not really used it much recently, so I've done bacon and sausages, and I just...
So wonder you've not done flipping salmonella. What are you doing?
It's like a wok. You're not supposed to clean wok.
It's not like a wok.
So it's white and sticky at the bottom of my air fryer.
Dirty get.
Visionary cleans every time. Okay,
I feel sorry for your guts. But you do live alone, so probably just as well.
Tonight, I just did a jacket potato in the air fryer.
All right, tell me about that, because I've not managed that one yet. The last time I tried it, I incinerated one.
It's all right, but you can so you wash it and then you dry it in kitchen towel, and then...
Let me just explain washing to Ian.
Oh, shut up. Shut up.
You rub oil on
it.
And then put salt all around it.
Beautiful.
And then 50 minutes.
You might as well do it in
50 minutes?
50?
Yeah.
There's nothing better than a jacket potato done in an oven at 160 for an hour and a half.
Can you not start it off in the microwave? And then do it for less?
You could. But it was all right. But yes. But I was thinking, and just you were talking about, career changes and things.
Yes, sir.
So I'm sure one thing you definitely won't miss is getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Well, it was 5:30. I've made it 5:40, and no, I will not miss that. I will not miss that. I hate it. Every morning that alarm goes off, I curse it. I've never had enough sleep.
Don't you remember after we finished at Three Counties, both of us after about 3 weeks, it does take a while. When I used to go on holiday, the second week of the holiday, I would start to feel about normal, just in time to going back to work. But it drives you bonkers. You know, you're not right. You're not properly awake all the time, and I don't think it's very good for your mental health.
Catherine was getting all of my workings out, and 2 weeks ago I was going to hand my notice in this week. It was a done deal. I was going to do it, and then I say I bottled it. It's a big decision. So, but I was going to hand it in this week. I didn't, but I did have the conversation with my boss and said, look, this is what I'm thinking, and I want you to know this, so that it doesn't come as. I mean, I'd have to give 90 days notice anyway, but. I don't enjoy it, and I don't really have a life. You know, I'm looking forward. I've got the boys this weekend, and we're really busy, and it's going to be great. But I'm already looking forward to next weekend when I don't have anything, so I can catch up on my sleep. Next weekend.
Yeah, because doing the breakfast shift means that whenever you are doing something that you're not at work, you're thinking about work. Yeah. I've got to get back because I need to get ready for work. I need to be in bed at this time, otherwise it's going to be a nightmare tomorrow.
And it would mean Jesus. It would mean losing a load of money. But I think I can make the counselling work. I'd still do Patreon, and I would have to keep my fingers crossed that a little bit of teaching work and stuff came in every now and then. But I'd have a life. Have a life, Alistair.
The other thing on top of the sleep thing is you're getting up early and then you're driving.
Yeah.
I mean, all the driving you have to do. I mean, I was amazed, when going back to talk radio days for both of you.
Oh, that was a long drive.
I was amazed at how much driving you had to do every single day.
That was a long drive.
It must have driven you mad, I would have thought.
It's not so bad now. It's 40 minutes there, 15 minutes back.
It was the driving home from talk radio. There were a couple of times where I nearly fell asleep at the wheel, and I thought, this is no good for anybody. I don't like this.
G-Cuff says, was Will going to Catalyst? No. And I was really worried that I wouldn't be able to do the show on my own. Joe to one side, because it's a slightly different relationship. But actually, the last two shows have been great. I've worked out how to do a show on my own.
Yeah, and you've been having a laugh as well.
Can't believe you can't do the show remotely. Yeah, that's been a discussion. The shows have been good. The last two shows have been good. I just the money's shit, but it's very helpful. It's a real job. It's a job, and I've never had a plan B before, Alistair. And now I've got plan B.
Yeah.
Good lad.
Yeah.
Anyway,
how are you doing?
Not so bad actually at the moment. I'll be honest, Ian. I've still got to try and re-engage with AA.
Do it. I did so many meetings the last week, and it works, man. It works. It works. If you work it, you're worth it.
Yeah. I mean, I've managed to do a little bit of sort of self, thinking about things on my own, about not to be so critical of myself and not to be raising my own expectations when I don't need to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Which is helping. But yes, I am very much aware that I need to get to a meeting, and I've not been even doing online meetings, for 3 or 4 weeks.
Go to some physical meetings. Yeah. I went to one on New Year's Eve. I think I went to one on New Year's Day. I went to one on Monday. I went to one on Tuesday. And every one of those meetings, I came out feeling stronger and better and more determined to have my notice in, even though I didn't have my notice in. But do it. It's an order.
But I hope you both have a great 2023, and above all, Catherine, I hope you find a job, that not just about finding a job, but finding a job that you'll find rewarding.
I was thinking, actually, would you consider being a mannequin? Would you consider that? Yeah, because I might have some work for
Would
you.
I have to be quiet, though?
Yeah.
Oh, I think that might be a deal breaker.
Okie dokie.
But I'll think about it. What kind of thing would I be modelling?
I don't know, but boy, there's some great-looking chicks here tonight. They're on some kind of dope.
Quick story. Who was the guy, you'll probably know this, in the 1970s who was into alternatives to how schizophrenia was seen, and he set up a community.
Was it R.D. Laing?
Yes. Now, there's a story that R.D. Laing once was a client came to see him, and he was what you call one of these people who didn't move or couldn't speak, and he suggested that he become a mannequin.
From what I know about R.D. Laing, I don't know much, but I think he did a bit of LSD. But I think it wasn't his thing. Certainly for a period, was to engage the person in their madness. So if this is one of those made-up examples. Someone comes in and thinks they're Napoleon. Go, okay, Napoleon, where are you going to invade? And would indulge that. Was he not something to do with the start of AA as well? Didn't the doctor or Bill W. Didn't they get in touch with him and I'm sure R.D. Laing was. Hang on, R.D. Laing. Alcoholics Anonymous. I thought it was the doctor. There's two people that kind of responsible for it: the doctor and Bill W. Maybe not. Maybe not.
He was a big drinker himself.
He was an alcoholic. Yeah. Maybe I've got that confused then. Okay. All right. Yeah, he was an alcoholic. Okay.
So have you got any more irons in the fire, Catherine? In
Yeah.
terms of, you have?
I've got a few. I've got a few little tickles, so let's see. But when I didn't get the last interview, I got quite upset about it for about half an hour, and then I thought, right, what am I going to do now? Right, and it's just about it'll come in time, and it wasn't my job. It's all good. I'm all right at the moment, and it will come, and I have time, and things aren't drastic yet, so it'll be all right. It'll happen when it happens, won't it, Alistair? The job's there.
That's it. Good.
I believe it will.
Okay. Well, both have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Mate.
All the best.
Lovely to see you. Chowsy chowches.
Cheers.
It's very quiet upstairs, right?
Too quiet. But he's in the virtual world, isn't he?
But you'd hear him banging around. I reckon he's asleep.
Is he falling asleep? Oh, God, if he's falling asleep with that headset on, he's going to have some wacky dreams.
He's a wacky guy. Let me go and see.
Is everyone all right? Is everyone alive? Silence was the reply. Thank you, Lily Squish, for positive vibes. Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? There's only so much you can do. I'm going to keep applying. I'm looking for things that I think I could do and I could do well, and I'll just keep applying. Hello, Giselle. And something will give, because it will. But there's a limited amount of control I have over it, and that's been the thing I've had to get my head around. With everything else I've done, I've been in charge of it, right? I'll do this will happen. If I want to make something, I can make it, it will happen. But with
there's
this...
a little boy asleep in my bed.
Of course there is. There's another one at the moment hacking into the Pentagon next door.
You nearly had me there. He's asleep upstairs.
It'll come. Karma works both ways. Thank you. Thanks, Owen. Could I host Mr. World? I would definitely consider it. Thank you,
Just
Owen.
get some food, because the young gentleman wants some food.
Okay, that's entirely possible. But yeah, thank you. Still awaiting inspiration. It will come. It will come. Let's see. Hello, Andrea. I want to go back to work after I get my transplant. Yeah, so Marcus, you were saying that you think that it's going to be happening. It's going to be happening, and God, that really will change everything, won't it? How long has it been? 7 years that you've been waiting and been on dialysis.
You know that rice you had? This is the bottom of the packet. It's all mouldy. You've eaten mouldy rice.
Bless you, Daddy.
Yeah, and did you cook it in that flipping...
Oh, that's disgusting. And she ate that.
She ate it.
I ate the top bits.
She ate it.
Oh, you're going to die.
You're going to die. And my son is laughing at it. That is rank.
That really is. I thought it was too good to be true. So I turned up here and I had dinner made for me. He didn't eat anything. He felt sick. Now we know why.
This rice is good. I've got
And then number one son made me a cup of tea, and it was delicious. So, flipping out, man. What kind of hellhole is this? What are you doing? How do you get mouldy rice when it's that stuff in a packet?
Just be grateful.
Absolutely, be grateful. Well, I may or may not be here this time next week.
This one is in date, so you're good.
I poisoned myself with old rice once, says Professor Rince. It was awful, Ian. So basically, if anything happens to me, you all know, you all witnessed. Mouldy rice can be deadly, Ian. Mouldy rice can be deadly, apparently.
You did what?
I said mouldy rice can be deadly, apparently.
Yeah, of course you can. You know, you miss Jimbo. Why didn't you want to take Jimbo's call?
I didn't see it. Get him up.
Right.
What are you feeding your child? Some dead rats?
No, this rice is okay. Check the date.
Hello.
Jimbo, there's been an attempted murder.
I've been watching. Yeah.
Hello, how are you?
I'm all right. Are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Can you hear me all right? Is it on the wrong microphone again?
I can hear you.
No, it's the right one. Okay. I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
I just heard the job talk and couldn't.
Yeah, it's a weird one, right? So that civil service interview was a strange one because I said, sorry, forgive me if you've heard this one before, because I did discuss it a little bit yesterday, but it's not the usual kind of interview I'm used to, right, where you go in and charm them and they see if they want to work with you. It's a tick box, literally a tick box exercise, which I was not fully aware of.
As a recruiter for 15 of my 16 years at National Highways,
yes,
where I no longer work, yeah, it's a weird game. It's a really weird game.
I think once you're in, then the rules become clear. But how do you get in?
Well, you almost need to know to go and find the competency framework.
Yeah.
They put a link in the advert.
There's loads of stuff online, it turns out.
But there's books and all sorts.
But books? I mean, the fact there are books on it.
Well, it's a bit like one of our old directors. He was a former copper, and he one of his main sources of income was How to Get Into the Police, the book.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
Yeah, but I'm doing something similar soon again, hopefully. So I'm hoping that the outcome will be slightly different. I mean, it's a slightly different job as well. There is a little bit more charm involved, but I know now that I need to frame everything, because I spoke to a friend afterwards and I told him about what happened, and you have to give examples of, tell me about a time when, and what they're looking for, these core competencies, leadership, seeing the big picture, all that kind of stuff, right? And because I'd written some of them in my application, I didn't tell them again. Yeah, working at pace.
Managing a quality service.
Yes. Oh,
It's almost like I used to do.
Yes, exactly. And there are keywords they're looking for, and they don't necessarily need you to explain them, but if you drop them in.
I mean, we always wanted a bit of evidence with it, so it didn't just sound like they were rattling off the competencies.
They could tell you a story, but who's going to check the story?
Oh, exactly. I mean, it was almost more difficult for internal candidates because we knew when they were.
You could back check it, yeah.
Yeah.
So there was I don't have a lot of conflict at work. I didn't have a lot of conflict at work. I'm not that sort of person. But what they wanted was an example of where I'd had a flipping stand-up row about the sounds of things.
Well, every show, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's not my boss. But it was things like, tell me about a time when this happened and you had to, influence and convince, all that kind of stuff. And so I did, but I certainly did not need to. There was no conflict involved because I've always had a pretty good rapport with the people I work with. And
I mean, you could have, and this is me getting into my old coaching for recruitment role. You could have gone for a difficult caller.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I think next time I have to think of a tale where it was a little bit. I got some resistance,
Yeah. And do star.
Yes, that's it.
But do the bit on the end, which is like it depends. You can choose whichever letter you want.
So star is situation, task, action, result. Yeah. And what's the bit on the end?
So what you learned. So learning. Some people call it stars. Some people call it stare because it's evaluation. What you would do differently next time, basically.
Right.
and then that shows that you've not only done what they've asked you about, but you've learned.
thought about it as well.
Yeah.
Good shout. Thank you for that.
Reflective people.
But what I found interesting was, doing them online is a huge help. You can have all your reminders written down. I had the table was covered with Post-its with things on. The mistake I made was assuming that the things in the application couldn't be repeated. I'm not going to tell them that story again. No, tell them that story again. It's apparently what I should have done.
That's what's got you the interview.
Yeah.
And they probably want to go, let's see a bit more of that. And you're going to put your strongest stuff in the application.
Of course.
So use it. Use it.
But you live and learn. I'm kind of glad it happened. I'm glad I didn't get that job because now I know and I get to do it again. And I kind of enjoyed it when I came off it. And I think that's partly because I had a good old gab, which was probably a mistake. But I can do that and do the tick box stuff as well. I know now.
Talking lots is not a problem unless they're sitting there staring at you, not writing.
No, we were having a chat,
Right. Yeah, that's. I think I've phoned him before when I'd had that one where I thought it had gone really well, and then they said you seemed really unenthusiastic throughout.
I remember that. Yes, I remember.
I was like,
that's a weird one, isn't it?
What interview were you in?
That the woman I was looking at on YouTube called Madeline Mann, I found really helpful. She's the one that suggested. She said, if you're in a Zoom meeting, even if you're not, you can take notes. People like that. It makes it look like you've had some thought about it. You're not just applying for loads and loads of jobs.
I like seeing prompt cards. That's always good.
She said, and when they're talking to you, write things down. Don't be shy to do that. It shows you're interested.
Yeah.
I thought she was really good and she gave me a lot of things to think about. Also, the additional questions. She said, everyone asks about the process and that won't set you apart.
How long is it going to take? Yeah.
Yeah, but actually there were some really interesting questions that she suggested that I did. And I thought, I thought that was good. And it was kind of, can I ask why this position's become available?
Sorry.
Is one.
David Turner has said, always open an interview with a
joke. Can I ask why this interview's become available? How will you judge success in this role in the first 3 months? What challenges have you had in this role so far? And also, can you tell me about how you joined the organisation and whether your expectation met with what happened in reality? We've got some nice stories. People like talking about themselves, don't they?
Yeah.
But that's at the end of it. We didn't start with...
Yeah. I once made the mistake of, in a civil service interview again, they asked the question of, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? And I said, I want your job.
No, you don't. You're not supposed to do that.
No, because he said, I'm in a completely different department. You need a whole of the degree.
Apparently the answer to that is something like, I'm really excited to develop myself in this role and I'd like to be your go-to person in this position.
Yeah.
It shows that's the job you want rather than... Because that's the apprentice answer, isn't it? It's like, move over, Sir Alan.
Run Jim says, I was interviewing a guy and asked if he wanted a tea or coffee. He asked for a cheese sandwich.
Cheeky bastard.
Wow.
That's... Oh, and another thing they did to me was I had to do like an exam just before it. I had to do a written piece of work. Do you know about this? And the thing they sent me was read only, which I thought was mean. And I did check with one of them afterwards. I went, was that part of it, to see whether I would... Because there was someone invigilating. So, and she said, any problems, give me a shout. And I thought, I wonder whether that was a test, whether I was going to, I sort it out for myself, whatever. It turns out, no, it was just a balls up. But I did have a moment where I was like, holy shit, I can't actually fill this form out.
I just spent about half of the allotted time finding a PDF editor.
Yes!
Installing that.
I downloaded it and redid it myself is what I did. But I did think, surely I should get some points for that. But it turns out no points for that.
No.
Actually, they just messed it up.
They were just embarrassed and you were never going to get the job because you'd shown them up.
But yeah, cheese
I had
sandwich.
my first meeting with my mentor today.
Oh, yeah?
A mentor. Who happens to be someone I worked with years ago. We used to be the same grade. He's now a director there. And I've never had one before, and I think I've been missing out because he's not my line manager. He's not there to look at my performance. He's literally there to help me develop and help me get on. It's brilliant.
What is that like?
Just incredible. So we were talking through... So I've joined really late in the year because they run the calendar year. So I've started in November, and they're assessing me on what I did in half of November and December. They can count all the e-learning I did, I suppose.
Yeah.
But then I've got to set up goals for next year. So we were going through some of the goals. And he was going, I'd put a couple in, and he went, well, what's happened with that one? Oh, well, it's already started. He says, well, that can't be your goal for next year then. You've already started it. You've already done it. You're doing that. You already know what's going on within the business. You're already doing that other one. So you need some new ones. And then they want medium and long-term goals. So I'd put in there, and this sounds really pretentious, I want to become a thought leader in the intelligent transport services sector. Yeah. What support do I need to achieve that? I need to do my master's and a PhD.
Oh.
Funded by my employer. And he went, yeah, that's perfectly reasonable. And then I'd put, I'm principal consultant, and the next position above me is associate, and then associate director, which is what he's now. And I said, I want to progress to associate director. And he said, yeah, you're not eligible for promotion because you've only been here a month and a half. So you won't be in this round.
Overachiever.
But you should, he says that we're going to get you to where you're considered next year for promotion.
Wow.
So in next year's January round, be considered. And I'm like, that's amazing. And he said, we've probably recruited you at the wrong level because you're already doing all the stuff that an associate does.
Wow, that's very promising.
So yeah, it's amazing. I've never had such a supportive organisation.
No. I think we all go into these jobs. I certainly, when I joined the BBC, assumed there would be some sort of tracking, that there would be an incentive for them to bring talent through. But there isn't. You would just get put in, and it's like, off you go then.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever had anyone say, what kind of training would you like, or anything like that. Just have to poodle about.
Literally, I've got an allocated budget for training. There's certain mandatory stuff, and then the rest of the time I can spend doing any of the courses they've got available, either e-learning or bookable courses, just straight out of the catalogue. Or if there's something I want to do that's really specialist, I can ask, and they can allocate the funding to that.
That's so good.
It's amazing. Yeah. But then the whole beauty of this consultancy thing is they're selling expertise. So if you improve your expertise, you're a greater asset for them.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Incentive. Really, really fell on my feet.
I think also what happens is that they get a workforce that's grateful for and feels like it's worth your while sticking around, rather than, oh my God, I've been here for 2 years and I'm not going anywhere unless someone dies and no one's interested in what I'm doing.
There's somebody who's finishing next month who's been at this company for 33 years. And that tells me everything I need to know.
Yeah.
And he is a thought leader in the intelligent transport services sector.
Is he?
Sorry.
So there's a vacancy.
Sorry, do you want a Coke?
I'd love one. Yes, please.
Yes, please, thank you. Sorry.
I like this boy.
Sorry, we're training him up. I do apologise.
But he's going to be a teenager next week, so we'll get none of these offers ever again.
He's left the kidney beans in the chili that I made. Everything else is gone. It's just the kidney beans, which he doesn't like. Sorry.
Did he suck the chili off them first and spit them back in the
This is what I'm...
Yeah, they're quite clean.
This is what I'm thinking.
My granddad did once offer around the box of just Brazils.
No, this never happened!
He did, honestly.
No, it didn't!
It did, and then literally it was just the Brazils. He'd sucked all the chocolate off. I'm not joking. I know that's like a...
Yeah.
I remember it from my childhood in doing it.
My mum tells a story about my Auntie Linda one Christmas morning, so it would have been in the 60s, and they got a massive box of chocolates in the days when a box of chocolates was a real treat, right? And the kids were all downstairs, his 4 daughters, and the mum and dad are still upstairs. And there's a cry from upstairs, Linda, don't eat all them chocolates, you'll be sick. And the cry from downstairs was, it's all right, I've already been sick. And she had. And apparently she wiped the splashes off some of them and gave them to her dad.
Jesus Christ.
Savage.
Disgusting. Well, it's not one, not them's expensive. Hey! Talking about wiping spit off.
My dad always used to get my mum Thornton's Continental. You know, it came in a velvet box, very
posh, that.
Expensive, yeah. And then, so when me and Jen got together, We got some the one Christmas. What a load of rubbish they are.
I think they've changed. I was watching a documentary about chocolate in this country.
The fridge.
And apparently they got usurped by Hotel Chocolat. And Thornton's became a bit every day. But the guy from Thornton's, the sort of chief chocolate man, went in Hotel Chocolat and turned the store over.
Oh,
no joke.
No, I've seen that video.
It's Hotel Chocolat. Is it? Do they actually have a hotel?
I don't think there are rooms. No.
That's always
I don't know why.
Well, there are, but you've got to be made of chocolate.
Yes.
Look, I have a chocolate finger sometimes.
It's not this one, is it?
If I get the cheap toilet paper.
It's the one you just dipped in your Coke.
That wasn't my finger! Sarah Bob Hope style, that, isn't it? That's sub Bob Hope.
Good God.
I like how he did eventually move off the misogyny and moved into the...
Yeah, but only after I think he tapped that rich vein for far too long.
I got some dude giving me sweets.
Yes, I do. Yes, please.
Hang on.
I don't want them out of your hand.
Cat, hang on.
No, thanks.
There you go.
No.
Cleaned it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I like that one.
Yeah, I like the other one 'cause he's asleep, but he's been asleep since 8. That means he's going to be up at about 5.
Yeah.
I thought kids were supposed to be, when they got to teenage years, they're supposed to be night hawks. Don't they stop up late? And
I don't know what happened there. He had a little bath. He was going to play on the Oculus, but I thought, well, normally you can hear him jumping around. The housewife expert. He's in my bed, soaking wet, fast asleep.
Straight out of the bath, straight into the
Straight out of the bath.
to the last bit of strength from him, all that hot water.
we got a busy weekend because that one has got football training tomorrow, so we need to leave at about 8:30, and then Sunday we go into Manchester to watch the football again. I have to be interviewed twice. It's not quite as the VIP as it was last time. We're not in the chairman's lounge.
What?
We're in a thing called the Tunnel Club, so it's still quite nice. And it's free and stuff, and they'll look after us really well. But I have to do 2 interviews about football. And I said to the boys, I'm going to be driving. I'm going to be driving for 8 hours, 3.5 hours up there, 3.5 hours to their mum, and hours back to here. And I said, I really hope you appreciate what I'm going to humiliate myself twice on Sunday for you.
But during these interviews, I've got some suggested questions. At the end, say, can I ask you what made this position available? And then you ask them, what was it that got you into football, and did the expectation meet with reality?
Ex-Chelsea manager died.
I want your job.
I want your job.
Ex-Chelsea manager died. I heard that. Reece James is... he's fit again now, so I don't know if he's back. Chelsea got 2 matches on Sunday, which is nuts, right?
On Sunday?
Yeah.
They got
League and then FA Cup.
Isn't there one tonight?
No, there was one last night.
Right.
And then they've got 2 matches on Sunday.
Blimey,
which
they'll
is
be absolutely
insane.
shattered.
David says photos and videos, please. I've got photos and videos of the other
Jimbo,
one.
you doubting that?
They can't have 2 matches on
They've got 2 matches.
They played the one on last night, or Wednesday, whenever it was.
Yeah. David, how many matches have Chelsea got on Sunday, please?
Well, I'll believe him if he knows. Although he can be a bit of a troll.
He's a horrible, horrible human being.
Yeah, Thursday and Sunday, no?
Okay, all right.
Waiting.
All right.
Okay, well, you've just saved yourself some embarrassment there.
Thank you, David.
Reece James was injured, came back. So I've got to be interviewed about bloody... What do I think? I don't fucking
Tell him you're really upset about Pele and you don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. Can I do my joke with them?
Yes.
I love that joke.
Such a good joke.
Pele... as you know, Jim, Pele... You've heard this because I've done it 5 times on the show this week. As you know, Pele advertised Viagra. And he was asked, can you get it over the counter? And he said, yeah, if you take enough of it, you can. I love that joke.
I've been thinking about that joke. There are 2 possible reasons for that, for why it's funny. One of them is really filthy.
One's about him getting a boner.
Yeah, but what...
And flopping it on a table.
Right, yeah, that's the one I thought.
It
Can I get it over the counter? But also, can I get it over the counter?
It doesn't mean that at all.
Good, because I was worried that I've been telling that joke for a long time and doing it like you can see it rather than you can experience it.
James Farley's going to write a fact sheet for me, which apparently is
Do you
going
trust
through
him?
the David Turner's filter. I just...
Given that he doesn't like Captain Marvel, which I think is a fantastic film,
Yeah,
I'm not sure I trust him.
That podcast is bullshit. Marvel calls is utter bullshit.
And I think they pulled their punches on Black Panther as well because they didn't want to get cancelled. But they thought that Captain Marvel was fair game.
Yeah. Also, they don't like the Ant-Man films.
Oh, they're idiots, aren't they? They're the best
The
ones.
Ant-Man films are great, right?
Yeah.
They are great.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're, I'm calling bullshit on their entire Marvel Calls podcast.
Perhaps we should do a rival one.
Rival Calls.
Where we... Marvel calls, where we listen to each of the podcasts and then do a response podcast.
Oh, Captain
Marvel
Marvel
recalls.
Was crap, Black
Marvel recalls.
You saw, Jimbo, that was it Mr. Olbus got in touch. The guy, the Kingsman guy, Lowbrow, or as John Dredge called him, Slowbrow. He got in touch today.
Snowbrow.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's part. But what's interesting is he sent the message via the app. So he's downloaded the app. And the message was, Kingsman was never lowbrow, you see.
Yeah, and he wrote the word.
But no one else can get.
Yeah, I've got the app. But
It doesn't work on Apple at the moment, apparently. But the fact he got in touch, he's quite possibly watching tonight because it's a free one. Apparently they're showing the Kingsman films this weekend. So the vibe
double
is...
bill. I reckon he's been frothing all week.
The vibe is there, but it's... and he'd entered his phone number as 999 and he called it. I just think, wow, you're insane, man.
I've never watched them because even from the trailers they look lowbrow.
At the lowest.
Richard says, I take it you didn't mention the Kingsman.
No!
No, not at all, came from nowhere. I really like the first one and I really like the prequel, even though I disagree with prequels.
When you said lowbrow, you didn't mean bad.
No, I just
meant that it was,
they're
silly.
thoroughly enjoyable, dumb romps.
Yeah.
They're a lot of fun. But they're lowbrow.
Yeah.
It really is. And so someone tweeted, how interesting, someone who's so anti-lowbrow texting the breakfast presenter on Jack FM.
And calling him a C.
Calling him a C. Yeah, but I find it fascinating how angry...
But also the retention. It's been, 8 years?
There is a very...
Has it been that long? So did that happen before he video called into Twitch?
Yeah. It was on Talk Radio.
Oh,
I don't know if it was 8 years. I kind of said that. I think it was 8 years. Because it was when we were in the old building.
Yes.
So it's maybe 6 years. But yeah, he did it. It was on Talk, and he would phone up Talk for quite a while arguing about it. Then there was that big gap, and then we had the Skype call where it was... I mean, you were watching a man in a real distressed mental state.
In a pub garden.
Yeah. I do wonder if there's a cokey thing going on. I don't really know.
There's certainly something going on that has nothing to do with us, and yet he's working it out on us.
He's not well.
He's in my Dungeons and Dragons campaign.
Who is he?
Yeah,
Wow.
Snifter Kingsman.
Snifter Kingsman. He's not well. Someone hurt him. I know that saying, who hurt you? Someone hurt him at some point. A man let him down and humiliated him.
That's it. It's the humiliation.
Shamed him. And now I'm that man.
He's not the screenwriter of Kingsman, is he?
He's projecting it on me. Yeah. I mean, there is a scene, Jim, I can't remember that scene, but there is a scene that's horrible where a guy has to insert like a microchip inside a woman, and he does it, and you see it on the tip of his finger, and he slides down in her pants, and you see his finger going inside. That's lowbrow, right?
I don't think he gets much lower.
That's lowbrow.
God.
Spiderfish, I always thought it was a joke. No, it's not. It's a real human being. And there's two of me, right? There's the presenter side of me that wants him to keep coming on so we can all laugh. But then there's the counselling side of me. It's like, man alive, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Let's talk this through and let's see if we can try and fix it. But
he's carrying that around with him every day.
I know. And for years.
That's funny, isn't it?
But I also wonder what else he's carrying around. Or, it would appear that just really does not rebound well from perceived slights. So you can't live your life like that. You can't live your life like that and be, and function really, can you?
Well, he probably disagrees that knockers are better as well.
Yeah, probably.
Don't start talking about knockers. Not to me. But it's a strange thing. It's a really interesting thing. But there was a real darkness, wasn't there?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But it was how he kept ranting, even though you'd muted him. I mean, he probably wouldn't know you'd muted him, but he was on for so long.
But it also, I remember he did a YouTube video about it, and then I reported him for copyright. He got taken down. Now that pissed him off. But it's the fact that he obviously, I mean, we're talking about it, so it's had some impact on me. But the fact that he thinks it upsets me or hurts me or whatever, I find it hilarious and I find it fascinating.
I think that.
I find it a little bit creepy.
Well, that's it, because it's a connection that he is reinforcing.
Yeah.
He needs it. It doesn't, it would appear that it is a source of some sort of, negative emotions, or he's annoyed. He's not happy, is he?
No.
But he keeps reinforcing it.
Yeah.
He needs it in some way. It's very interesting.
Well, I've got it to look forward to, because we put a podcast on to listen to when we're going to sleep. So we've been listening to the old talk shows, and we've just got into 2017. So it sounds like that's coming up shortly.
Okay, all right, you're heading there. Cycle Tour says he caused trouble on another phone-in Twitch channel I used to watch. How fascinating!
Oh wow!
I don't know if I'll have a little look, see if I've still got his. Maybe we'll call him. I'll have a little look.
Let's not do that.
Don't you need to go for a dump or something?
Well, it turns out I probably need to go upstairs and die of rice.
Jimbo, always lovely to see your beautiful face.
Lovely to see you, boy.
Stay safe. Chowsy chow chows.
Thank you. See you later.
I'm just...
Don't you dare.
I don't think I have. Oh no,
there it is.
No, those are randoms. Those are randoms who've got Albus in their name. Fascinating. It's fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's some names from the past. Look at that, isn't it?
Oh.
Looking through our old Skype calls. Yeah, there's some real blasts from the past. That was my old supervision group, that.
Is that a real shop?
Wokstar. Yes. Wokstar. I don't know what Wokstar is. It's brilliant. Do you remember? Let's call Liam. See if he's punched anyone at Tesco. I've spoken to Liam for ages.
Oh, is that Liam?
Yeah, Liam.
I hope he's all right.
Remember Liam who punched... No, he didn't punch. He swore at a customer in Tesco's.
Yeah. And he used to give him too many chips. And he was a long-distance lorry driver in the virtual world, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, he was, wasn't he? He got kicked out of a clan.
They were horrible to him, weren't they?
Yeah.
He's busy. Good.
Okay. Hey, man. How you doing? Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
What's that smile for?
Face.
Are you pissed?
No.
You've even taken some dope?
No. But it's one of the two things I wanted to chat about.
Go on.
Very quickly, Jimbo says Liam did a Just Chatting stream a couple of weeks ago. He had to sell his PC, doing okay after a crap year.
Okay, good.
All right.
So I made a New Year's resolution. I hate them, but I made one.
Is it to show your boobs on stream? Because I'm hovering over the hang up button.
No.
And yes, David, he did go on a date with a massive racist. You're right.
Oh, yes, he did.
No. It wasn't that.
Okay, good. I'm just hovering over the hang up button.
Okay. It was to be more positive this
year. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see if we can drum that out of you.
Well, I mean, it was one thing that I'd seen a TikTok. I love TikTok. You know, I keep banging on about how amazing it is. And
is it the TikTok about, I'm so lucky, things always work out for me?
It's not that one, but afterwards, that came up, and I was like, oh, that's a sign.
Yeah.
It was this guy, he was saying, just ask the universe, ask the higher power, whatever you believe in, show me how good today can get. So.
And is it working?
Yeah, there's been loads of sort of things that I'm more aware of, but I think it is because I'm feeling more positive and I'm saying it first thing in the morning. I've got it set as one of my reminders, and yeah, it's kind of working.
Yeah. Here's the thing,
good.
right? Even if it's not working, the fact that you feel it's working means it's working, right? So this whole stuff with the job thing, I can feel very powerless about it. And I had as I say, I had a very sad half hour when I had to sort of deal with the fact that this wasn't going to happen. Because if I go for something, it's because I can imagine myself doing it, right? So I had to let go of that. But actually, it will be all right. Or it won't. But either way, I'm not going to sit here thinking this is not all right and I can't do anything about it and this is and I feel powerless and everything else. I have to just go, let's see what you got.
See where it leads to.
I'll do the bits that I can do and the rest I'll just wait.
Yeah. It's that's a perfect way to look at it. And I thought I'm fed up of sort of, because I'm going into work and I'm like moaning and I'm like, I'm tired of listening to myself banging on about the same stuff. And I just thought, no, I'm going to flip it. And people at work have even noticed, and someone asked me if it was HRT, and then the deputy head overheard the conversation. He's done training on menopause, and he's asked me if I'll be an advocate. So that's the second thing that happened, is now I'm going to be learning to be supportive of older women, because he said, I'm a man. What am I going to know? What am I going to say? And because I bang on about it a lot at work.
Well, it's great, but it's because it's still a little bit, it's been a closed shop for a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And the fact that we can have the conversation now is so refreshing and makes you feel less alone and gives you a moment of, oh, right, okay, it's not just me then.
Yeah.
You need that.
Exactly.
So that's great. So you're going to be that person.
Yeah. I'm going to be the person that, someone can approach. Or at least I hope that they feel that they can approach me. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I'm really looking forward to, doing the training. He's going to send me all the training that he's done, and So
how's it working out for you? How do you feel?
I feel amazing. I still, I feel so much better. I can trace it back to before I turned 40. I just kept thinking, God, people kept saying there's something wrong with you. Why are you being like this? And I was like, well, I'm not putting up with your rubbish anymore. Turned out I was being a little bit over the top, and a little bit over emotional. So it's calmed down, and I can't. I still can't believe it. I'm still really excited, really sort of pleased. I'm losing weight. I've got more energy. I've got so much more patience.
Yeah. And every now and again I'll come across a friend of mine who hasn't heard about perimenopause and thinks you have to wait until it's all, but by the time it's all over, you've gone through it. You've gone through all that stuff and you
then disappear. And this is what I've been trying to sort of, one of my friends at work, she's saying, I'm still getting this. I said, please just go and talk to the doctor. Don't
give yourself reasons not to go.
Just go and have a chat. Just, hopefully it all sort of work out. But I said, be persistent, don't give up, because I did give up at one point. I did think, well, no, I think this is how it's going to be.
But you haven't got the energy, right? Because you're already in that headspace. So it doesn't take an awful lot to be dissuaded.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that I've got a lot to thank you guys for, because I would never have spoken out. I talk, but I don't necessarily say anything. I'm quite quiet about myself, and it's because of you guys that I thought, no, I'm going to talk about my experiences. I'm going to, I'm going to share a little bit more. I still hold a lot back. There's still a lot that, people don't know. But I'm going to talk about my feelings. I'm going to talk about how I feel about things, and hopefully it will resonate with, even if it's a child at the school that, not obviously menopause, but something, sometimes I'll say, oh gosh, sometimes I sort of feel a little bit sort of tired, and it might resonate with one of the kids, and they feel that they can talk to me, because obviously with Faith being part of the Rainbow mafia, as she calls it. I wear badges to say that I'm an ally, and just want to, talk about things a little bit more, because kids have asked me questions why I'm wearing the badges, and I'm saying because my daughter is.
Yeah.
Just sort of normalising it.
Well, hang on. So, she's a badge maker?
No.
Okay. I'm joking, guys. I get it.
But the other thing is that not everyone talks to their kids like that, right? So there are kids for whom you might be connecting some dots that they haven't been able to do at home.
And even if they don't talk to me, specifically in more depth, because I'm not a teacher. I'm not part of the pastoral team, which we have. That's amazing. I can point them in the right direction, and that's what it's about. And it's you guys. You've really kind of, you've helped me feel a little bit more of myself rather than just hiding it and burying it under the, burying it underneath.
That's really lovely to hear. Thank you for letting us know that. That's important. That means a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, that's okay. That was it. And I've got a cat who's in love with my
Look at those eyebrows.
Yeah, so she's as soon as I put the hoodie on, she's like, "Oh, it's my time now." So
they love that, don't they? That material.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Patty, that's not for you, darling.
She does love it. Yeah.
Don't eat that. It's off, it turns out, Pat.
That's not. That one's good. But it's not for cats. Come on. Come away from the bowls, please. Thank you. Thank you. Nice one, Visionary. Always lovely to see you.
Thank you.
Chowsy chow chows. Chowsy chow chows. Pats. Come here. Right, little monkey. Stay there.
Cats are permanently starving, aren't they?
Yeah. No. Goodbye.
Mine can be finishing the last mouthful and they're already kind of...
Goodbye. Goodbye.
What can I eat now?
Just looking through this, I'm not going to call these people, I'm just looking through this list of the old Skype calls and the names, and who was that? I remember that guy. It was July. Oh, terrible indigestion. What's that? Oh, I remember that. God, that was
in the quiz times.
That was in the quiz times. Bodell doesn't call us anymore. Piece of trash.
Whatever happened to that guy?
Yeah, that loser. Oh, look. Her.
Oh, yeah.
Catherine Boyle. Oh, who was that? Cristiano Paradiso.
That's a change of name, surely.
No, wasn't that the guy that got a little bit intense and didn't quite...
I don't remember.
Can I phone you? Can I phone you? Can I phone you?
I don't know whether that was him.
Was it not? Can I phone you? Can I phone you?
That was that Gary bloke. Oh, hi, Gary.
Hey, look, what's this quiff?
He's got a fin.
He's got a quiff and a fin.
No, I've had a haircut and it's all gone a bit peaky.
It went a bit 1998 there. I like it.
You're looking well.
I feel okay. Yeah, I had a very nice haircut, but it's one of those things 3 days later I'm not enjoying it. But I had the old hot towel experience. It was very good.
Oh.
What did they do? You didn't have a wet shave?
No, but they still do. Like if they do your beard down to like a 1, which is they said they do the same sort of thing. They put stuff on it and
it's hot, right? That towel is hot.
Is it almost too hot, but you don't say anything and then it cools down, or is it too hot and burns and you should speak up?
It burns. I once got a burn on my neck because of it. It was too hot. I once got a burn on the back of my head because he had left the hair dry there too long. Shaveford.
I'm too British to say anything.
Yep. Do not get the ears flamed because that fucking hurts.
I'm very sensitive. I've got poor hearing in one of my ears, so
you got what? Sorry.
Oh, you're going for all the greatest hits, aren't you? Want to say something about your toes, Nick?
No, I couldn't hear what he said.
Cross that one out. You're not doing that one.
I'll do that one.
I've got a cat-related dilemma, which I hope you people there can
get one. Next.
No.
Just one.
I haven't been having any contact with cats for about 30 odd years. Then my sister got one for my niece and nephew on the day before Christmas Eve. It's a lovely little kitten, but every time I'm over there, I'm coming back and it's affecting my eyes, and I'm taking Piriton and it ain't working.
Eyes.
So I have a feeling I'm allergic, and it's going to be a constant problem.
Fucking put up with it, mate. There's a cat. It's better than any of us. put up with it.
There'll be some sort of remedy for eyes. Let's have a look.
I mean, I haven't been to the chemist yet, so I need to go.
Well,
do that.
wash your hands. Obviously, don't touch your face. Is the thing Puritan? But yeah, there is a chance that you are allergic.
Allergic.
I was hoping it wouldn't be that, but every time now I've been around there.
Yeah. Tell them they have to have it put down.
No.
They have to put it down, mate. They have to put it down. You're more important than a cat.
Or shave it.
Don't want to make them choose between me and the cat because I'm
'Cause
worried
they'll
I
choose
might
the cat.
lose out. All right.
By the way, you know Nick, the new cat.
Yeah.
Actually, he's called Dennis.
Why?
I just think he's called Dennis.
Dennis Dirty Den.
Not Dirty Den. He's called Den. So there's a sixth cat, Nick, but actually he's called Dennis. I think I've decided.
You can't shout, Nick. It's not long enough.
No, Dennis. He comes in. I have to leave the cat flap unlocked now because normally I don't have all the cats in, so I would have the cat flap so they could come in but couldn't go out at night time. But if I do that, he comes in and then he just sits at the cat flap and can't get out. And George is going... So I just leave the cat flap open at night.
Do you also have any advice? And I think Ian might fit more into this than Kat, because I'm trying to think when Kat got her cat. How do you encourage a 3-year-old not to cuddle the cat to death?
The cat will sort that out.
Well, he's very placid, so he hasn't yet.
He will.
Put his tail, poked his eyes, he hasn't yet scratched her.
Then he's okay.
Yeah?
He's okay.
He'll let her know.
You know, if she's like picking it up and chucking it, and you go,
No,
whoa, what is this? Whoa! And you chuck the kid and see what they like
She
it.
can't get past the "it's a cute cat" toy thing. She's not being unreasonable. She's not being cruel. She's just a 3-year-old with a cat.
Catford. Well done, Charlie. You win with Catford.
Yeah.
I don't know what to suggest.
That's okay. I've contacted Kitty Karen for advice, if anyone knows she.
Yep. She. If anyone can help, she'll be able to help. Yeah. Good luck, man. Cats is the best. We all know it.
And sorry to drop the bombshell, but unfortunately, Mum is now in hospital, getting some right treatment. So it's been a tough couple of days, but she's in the right place.
Never have to apologise sharing that stuff with us. It's an honour that you do.
I don't want to bring stuff down.
You know how this goes, man. It's all life. There's a lot going on for a lot of people. I know some people in the chat. There's a lot of stuff going on for, and it's how are you feeling?
Guilty, but also a little bit relieved, but also I've got some hope for the first time in a long time, actually, which is strange. But last night the guilt was real. Let's put it that way. I didn't sleep.
David's calling you Cheerupford.
Yep, that's fair enough.
Okay, you're happy with that?
Well, is that Turner's of Marvel School?
Yeah, the bullshit Marvel calls.
No,
which is...
I'm with him on his Captain Marvel view.
Goodbye, you absolute
Wrongford.
misogynist. Oh, hang on. Liam's replied. Hi. Right, we're calling him back.
We need to know. The people need to know.
Shut up, David.
Come on. He's not answering.
Why won't he answer it? He's typed a message. Mumford and Sons, you could call him, couldn't you? Mumford and Sons.
He said in March 2022, "I'll call you soon, Ian." No
call
call.
us, you melt.
You need a comma in there, otherwise it's "call us, you melt."
Yeah, call us, you melt.
Call us, you melt. Not
Yeah.
call us, you melt. They'll just say you melt.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what we're dealing with. Oh, my back. My back is absolutely up and down. I went to a
Cairo.
Thank you. The other day, and then David scared because he didn't do it. What he did was he did a very interesting thing with 2 scales.
I heard about that, and at first I agree with you. It sounds like bullshit.
Yeah.
But no, I can see maybe your weight distribution is off.
And then he did.
But then what do you do about that?
Well, I think you spend a lot of money on prolonged treatment. I was really disappointed that he didn't do anything. There was no... If I'd gone to an osteopath, they would have started to do something. They didn't do anything. So it was X-rays. It was always 60 quid. It's half price. So it's 60 quid. So I've got another session next week where he will tell me what he's going to do. So suddenly we're 2 sessions in, and it hasn't happened. So I've also booked in a session with an osteopath.
Right.
Because I have experience of osteopaths working. The last 2 I had were a bit shit. Here we go.
Here we go.
This guy knows his onions. Hello, Mr. Onions.
Hello.
Your hair's looking a bit long.
Mr. Onions here. Yeah, I know. I'll get it cut this weekend. I haven't had the chance because I've had COVID and stuff, haven't I?
Ah.
Do I do this? Does this work better?
Yay!
Yeah, I've had. Oh man, it's the worst Christmas. But anyway, I wanted to talk to you about chiropractors.
Yes.
I am now fully convinced that they are full of crap.
Chiropractors.
Chiropractors.
You had a strange experience where it got a bit cult-like.
Oh my god, it was so weird. So can I tell you about it?
Please.
I walked in, and they had up behind the desk, they had, "We would like to welcome our new patients," and then wrote like the names of the patients down.
Oh shit!
Including, well, there was like 2 Davids there. They didn't put their surnames on, but I was like, that's weird. And then the receptionist, who was an attractive lady. Okay, is that okay to say? So I think it's okay to say. And she asked me to fill out a form about myself, but she sat right next to me as I was filling it out. I was like, this is a bit weird. So I filled that out, and then now, God love her, my wife's a salesman, right? So I know.
Your wife is a salesman.
Well, salesperson. It doesn't really matter these days, does it? Shut up. So I know a lot of like sales techniques, and when I finally got to like meet the chiropractor, oh my god, it was like a used car salesman.
It really pisses me off when they try and apply that stuff.
Can we just say, hang on, Dave Dogface says, my back was killing me. 1 visit to the chiropractor, sorted. I think Turner's is full of crap. And then someone here said, Spider says, back pain is almost always because of weak buttocks. My buttocks are fucking very...
terribly weak buttocks. They've been overused. So
yeah, they were using the sales technique, which always pissed me off, because I used to work on a consumer program, right? So we used to know all the flipping patter. Yeah. And when they start doing it, you go, all right, you've lost me. Well, you can fuck off now.
They come out and they said, so I paid like Joe sorted out for me. It was like a voucher thing. It was like 30 quid for 3 sessions.
Voucher.
Yeah. And then I went in there and they said, yeah, you're going to have X-rays. So, but you know, it's usually £100. But for you really need it. So I'm going to say 40.
But this is
they didn't get on the phone to their manager, did they? And say, yeah, he's going to get back to me in just a second.
No.
Here's the thing, right? So I emailed this company on, I think it was the day before New Year's Eve, right? It was about 5 o'clock. I emailed them, right? Then an hour later, I got a phone call from a number I didn't recognise. I messaged saying, sorry, who is this? Oh, this is the chiropractor. Just wanted to book you in. 6 o'clock on the night before New Year's Eve. This is the chiropractor. Just want to book you in. And so I phoned him up and he booked me in. But it was, January, it's going to be, it's normally £120 per session. It's going to be half price. But even though you're booking it before January, do you know what? We're going to give you that half price, £60.
Yeah.
£60.
Yeah. And then what the crazy thing, right? Get this. They got the X-ray of my spine and they put it next to 3 different bad spines.
Right.
Okay.
How do you know it was your X-ray?
I don't. But what was it? It looked fine. My spine looked absolutely fine. And he was going, right, so which one of these 3 spines would you say yours looks like? And I thought, are you supposed to be like diagnosing me and stuff? Why? And I went, that one? And he went, yeah.
Pick an ailment. You've got that.
Like, so I come out of there thinking, and I went in, so it's like 3 sessions after that, and they all lasted like 5 minutes. And I mean, he was an exceptionally good-looking fella, but everything he was saying to me was sales patterns. Like, these trainers are amazing. Where did you buy these trainers? And I was like,
this is like
what?
The guy I had, right? He was asking what I did for a living, and I said, I'm at a transition at the moment. And I mentioned the radio. Said, "Oh, I was in South Africa. A friend of mine set up a radio station, and I did a late night rock show on there.
You would know it was in South Africa.
I did, and he's talking about this radio show and about how communication is really important. I mean, once I took my top off, I realised I was wearing a T-shirt with my name on, which is never a good look. Then he was talking. Then he was talking about counselling and about. I think it's so important, to talking therapies. I think it's so important. Have you got children? And then he slipped a finger up my bum hole. And
was this your finger?
No, he didn't.
That straightened my spine out.
But it was overly friendly stuff. And I'm a sap for anyone who's overly friendly. I'll give them as good as they get. So I was totally in. But when you mention yours, I thought, shit, that's the same spiel.
I sent you the emails. Like, he'd sent about 3 emails like that, where it was kind of like, do you know, this is probably a terrible thing to say, but it really did feel like the whole thing was aimed at women. And you read that email, it was about how my life in the, I don't know, it just felt weird. And every time I went in there was a lot of middle-aged women in there waiting to see the hot doctor. Is that bad to say? Because that's what it felt like.
Okay. Did he fix your problem?
No, not even close. No, it was ridiculous.
Did he do any work on you? Did he actually do any manipulation?
Yes, he did, and that was great because I get ASMR really badly. So that was amazing. I was almost falling asleep on the table. That was good. But I ain't paying $1,000 for it.
Is that what it was going to cost?
It was going to cost $1,000 for
even with voucher.
4 months, and this is the other thing that was really weird. He turned around and said, "But it's not just chiropractic work; it's dry needle work, acupuncture." And also we've got rather young deep tissue masseuse.
No!
And I was like, it really did feel like it felt.
Didn't feel professional. It felt
professional.
I've got a feeling I'm going to go back to this next session next Wednesday. And he won't do anything. He will explain what the plan is, and he'll say it's going to be. And here's the thing: I didn't ask him how much the sessions were. I didn't ask him. So I will go in next Wednesday. He will tell me. This is my prediction, right? He's going to tell me it's going to be 8 sessions at £100 a session. This is my prediction, and I will go. Okay, that's brilliant. I tell you what to do. I won't book it on the way out because I'm not quite sure what my diary's like for the next few weeks. But I'll book it and then I will never
run away.
Yeah, I will never.
Yeah, I said that. I said I need to check with my wife to see if it's okay to sort of spend it. She's in control of everything. And then I just kept red buttoning their calls. But did I ever tell you about the time she bought me a voucher for a massage, Joe?
No.
This is for my birthday because I like getting.
She really wants someone to take that off her hands.
Yeah, she does. So, but get this right. She bought me a voucher for a massage at this place, and I opened it up, and on the voucher you can personalise it, and she put the message, "Enjoy this, but not too much, winky face."
And you have to hand that over at the venue.
I said, "Well, I'm not going to use it, Joe." She said, "What?" I said, "Well, I'm not going to use it because I'm not going to a place that says enjoy this, but not too much, winky face, and handing it over to can you massage me, please?"
Basically, don't get a boner.
Exactly. So that went unused, that one.
Oh, what a shame.
I like Joe a lot. I wish that Joe were part of this community and we said goodbye to you. I don't know if that's...
I love a word with her.
Yeah,
She's
I do.
asleep at the moment. She fell asleep on the set. She said, "Why do I keep falling asleep at 9 o'clock?" And I was like, "Because you do way more than I do."
Oh.
I play video games all evening. So yeah, she's a kip in the other room at the moment.
We'll fucking wake her up.
Oh, good for you. Good for you.
Oh, good for you. Do you know what that's from?
No. Makes me laugh so much, though.
Do you know, have you seen the Christian Bale kicking off?
Yes.
Yeah, it's from that.
Oh.
He walks in, he's shouting at the
It's the sound guy, isn't it?
The lighting. Yeah, and he goes, the lighting, and he goes, "Oh, good for you." And we used to just shout it around the flat. Yeah, I think that's everything I had for you tonight.
All right, we're going to cut you off then.
Yeah.
Bye. Oh dear.
Yeah, it's all going. All right,
£1,000?
Well, this has got me thinking, right? Because the first session is 120 quid, but I got it for half price. Well, that means all the sessions are going to be 120 quid, and he's not even talked about doing anything. No,
at this point.
not yet. So I am going to go. I'm going to have this session on. No, do you know what? I'm going to email them and say, how much is this session on Wednesday?
Yeah.
Just because I just need to keep. I'm going to email them now. They'll probably phone me up.
It's good to communicate. He said it himself.
Yep.
Don't send it now, though. You'll look mad.
No, he'll phone me up. I've gone with the osteopath. I'm booked in with the osteopath. Hang on, Chiropractor.
Give him the Skype address, says David Turner's.
Let me just email.
Unbelievable. I hate that stuff. When you realise they're doing a thing.
The 30th of the 12th, I emailed them and he phoned me up an hour later. I'm going to email. Hi, Christian. Just need to check. As I forgot to ask.
Yeah.
How much will the next session be? Because I think you're a con. Best, Ian. There we go.
Oh.
I've got myself into a right old pickle, haven't I?
Yeah, you need to get this sorted out before he
Yes,
sticks a Hopi ear candle up your bahookie.
Yeah. Oh.
I bought some Otex the other day.
I don't know what that means.
You know that because that COVID that it was not COVID that we had both had. It went to my ears. I had like a blocked nose for ages.
Oh, my ears have been a bit poppy. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it feels like I've been swimming or something.
Yeah, I've had that.
Yeah. So
we had COVID, but it wasn't COVID.
It didn't show up as COVID, but I think it was
bloody awful.
something.
I'd had a jab 2 or 3 weeks before. It was absolutely awful.
I bought some of that stuff. It's called Otex. You put it in your ears, and in the advert, it looks like your ears are doing a poo. So I thought this could be just the thing. Didn't do anything. Just was greasy in my ears.
Oh yeah, no, I've used Otex before. It doesn't do anything. They don't syringe your ears anymore. Best thing I ever had done to any part of my body ever, get my ears syringed. Excuse me. Sue Perkins tells a story that starts like this and ends up with a shaman putting raspberry vodka up her bum. You don't want that in. I do not want that.
I don't know. It doesn't sound. I've had worse drinks. Olive oil ear drops. Well, this Otex stuff felt like oil.
Jimbo bought an otoscope that connects to your phone. A camera for your ear, you dirty bastard.
Wow.
Mumi says, I'm getting kids' TV presenter from the 80s vibes tonight, Ian. I don't know what that means.
You're talking about this.
Sophie says, I don't know how you could get COVID again so soon after just having it. Yeah, I know, because I did have it.
Because it's a different strain, isn't it?
I mean, it said it wasn't COVID, but Jesus Christ.
It felt...
Liam's going to answer. It was awful. It's the worst than either of the other 2 times I'd had it. Awful.
Hydrogen peroxide at 3% is good for ears. Surely that's bleach, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not doing that. There she is. There she is. How you doing, Bubba?
Not bad.
Missed you, man. Where you been?
I've just been busy with like work and my missus and.
It's nice to see you.
Yeah, I'm currently in my car.
Oh, look at you in your
Hang
car.
on. You own that car?
Yeah.
Drive it now. Go on.
Are you testing him to see if it's his car or he's
Yeah.
posing in someone else's?
I got the keys.
Holy shit!
He has got the key and indeed the secret. I know it.
How is life going? Don't drive while you're doing this because it's illegal.
Oh no, I won't. Yeah, it's quite hard at the minute.
Okay, well, do you want us to call back in a few minutes when it's not so hard? Life, you mean? You mean life. I do apologise. Thought you meant your peen.
Don't be disgusting. He's been on for 2 minutes and I've already gone there.
I'm not going anywhere near his peen.
Don't.
I like him a lot.
Get away from it.
Confuse it with the gear stick.
Yeah, Tesco's not giving me enough hours at the minute.
Oh no.
This month I just got paid today, and it's not really a lot. It's quite a lot less than I have been getting. And the next couple of months is going to keep being the same.
Is it? Why? I thought. Is it because they've recruited a load of people over Christmas? What's going on?
Because you keep threatening people.
But I'm still in the cafe part, so there's still only the same amount of us. But January gets quiet, and February's still quiet-ish.
Cost of living crisis, isn't it?
So they say that they can't afford to have us on like random hours, basically.
Do you have a dip? Do you have a dip? Do you know what dipping is?
No.
All right, so that'll be £8.20, please. Thanks very much. A tenner in the pocket out of the till.
That's outrageous. Why would you suggest that?
Because it's the Tesco's is worth billions of pounds. He does a little tenner a dip every couple of days or so. They're not going to notice.
They are going to notice.
They're not going to notice a tenner.
There's cameras everywhere.
Just because it's not part of the cafe's money doesn't go to Tesco. It goes to.
Well, even more reason to dip.
It goes to an orphan's home.
They moan when we're higher than we should be, i.e. we haven't given enough.
Well, then you can fix that by having a little dip.
Do not dip. It's not worth it, man.
Dip.
Well, I just applied for a Domino's job.
What? Setting them up and then knocking them all over?
No, Domino's delivery job, pizza.
Oh, the pizza company, yeah.
Right, they've started allowing you to tip on the app now. But I'd rather give it to the person.
Doesn't go to the person. I've only ever tipped one Domino's person, and but normally it's like, I'm really sorry, I didn't do a dip at work today, so I haven't got any change.
I didn't do a dip.
Didn't do a dip.
But I'm just waiting back from them. It'll just mean that I can get more hours. Right now, I'm only getting around 10 to 12.
You right, Kath? Kath's very emotional about this story.
I'm sorry, Liam, but he just turned the microphone down so he could do the lowest, rumbling, longest fart you've ever heard in your life. And because I've had some off rice tonight because of him, and now I feel like I'm chewing on his chili.
Liam affects my guts. You affect my guts. And there's nothing we can do about it. Like Gatford's allergic to cat food. I'm allergic to you. So when are you going to...
Seriously, if I smell that, I'm going to throw up. That's out of order.
Liam's telling us about his life and you're being very, very selfish. Very selfish. Rude. I'm so sorry, Liam. Right. Kath, remember you can leave anytime.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, I'm just waiting back to hear from them.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
And then I can, I hopefully get it.
Stop being so rude, Kath. When do you find out?
Hopefully within the next few weeks. I did ask I don't really know. It was all online, the application. And
can I tell you something? The great thing about working for Domino's.
Yeah.
You can dip. You open the blue. That weird blue bag they come in. You open the box. You dip the pepperoni. You dip the chicken. They will never. You eat one of the slices, and you just push it all back together again. You can dip. They expect you to dip. It's factored into the price.
I won't need to dip because A, I'll be making more money. 2, I'll be getting free meals on shift.
Yeah.
And C, they pay for my insurance.
Okay.
I love the way you counted that out. A, 2, and C.
I just think you should be looking at more dips.
No, stop dipping. I don't want to hear any more dipping from you. No more dip talk.
Liam, I would be very, very happy to be your mentor.
No. He'll end up in jail.
No, he won't. This is it. He won't end up in jail. I would happily be your mentor. We can talk about a price at some point. You will need to start dipping to cover it. and I think we could really work well together.
You're doing half price for January, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I think we could really work well together, and I think I could have a very positive impact on your life. I dragged her up from the gutter. Not far up from the gutter, but enough.
And now I'm smelling your gutter.
Liam, think about it, mate.
Yeah. Also, I have a fiance now.
What?
Yeah.
I got it. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Is it? Can I just check? Is it someone that you knew when we were talking to you?
No.
All right, it's not the massive racist.
Is it the racist lady?
No.
Okay.
Been an amazing. We've been together for coming up to
2 weeks.
9 months now.
9 months. Oh, right. Can I ask a question? Have you dipped?
Stop it!
Oh God.
Have you dipped?
How dare you? It's his fiance.
You dipped.
That question.
Okay.
Good.
Good lad.
Correct response.
Good lad.
Yeah, quite a lot has changed.
So tell us about, how did you propose? I want to know.
Well, I took her back to where we first met.
School?
Which was along the riverbank, and it was on a bench, what we call our bench.
Oh.
And yeah, it just happened there.
Just happened there. And what's her ring like?
I mean, so I brought her one.
I wasn't talking about that.
Shut up. No romance at all in this man.
She has I got a new one recently.
Oh, well, she rejected it.
Her first one, it went down the sinkhole.
You mean a hole in the sink, not an actual sinkhole? Wasn't like.
It fell down there.
The plug hole.
Yeah.
But you know you can get it out of the plug hole.
Yeah, so we did.
Right.
But it damaged the diamond, so we sent it back to the shop where we got it from.
Oh, right, okay. So, so she's got a new one.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
That's quite a bit.
I bet it bloody did. You poor lad.
Yeah.
Who asked who out?
We both asked at the same time.
Shut. What? How did that work?
Well, it was kind of like.
Let me try it. Hang on. Let me and Kath try it.
No.
What'd you grab?
When we were both ready.
Yeah. Oh, he's pretending he's frozen because he doesn't want to have any more of this abuse hurled at him.
Hello. Oh.
Are we back?
Oh, you there?
Hello.
Come back.
Liam, come back.
Come back. Gone. Didn't come back.
Liam did not come back. Okay. Wowzers. That really is
What a tale.
a plot twist, right? Wow. I still think he should have stayed with the racist one. I think
Date one, you felt very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You think that's a match made in heaven?
Oh, it's Dan says this is the peak of TLNA for 2023. It's all down here. This should be behind a paywall, right? This should be behind a paywall.
You left us in suspenders.
Yeah, so it was just when like we both told each other we like each other, but it was just of like when we both wanted to make it probably work. So we weren't asking each other out. It was just acknowledging when we were both ready.
Yeah. Is she pregnant?
No.
Okay. Good lad.
What's his face?
Good lad. I'm a dad. I'm a concerned man.
This is the concerned man face.
Always double bag it, Liam.
God!
Always double bag it. You can't trust one.
That's how they get you.
You can't trust one. You got to put two. Let's speak like men. You got to put two Johnnies on.
Oh my God!
Because one could burst. The odds of two bursting are very, very slim. The odds of one bursting incredibly high. And I don't trust you to withdraw. Double bag it. Double bag it. You promise?
Promise.
When is the wedding? And when would you like me to write a best man speech?
Don't tell him.
I'm
Liam.
very, very happy to write a best man speech and to read it and to be the best man is what I'm saying.
We'll make it a live stream.
There we go. You could do. Does she like Euro Truck Simulator?
I'm not sure. I haven't played that in a while.
Don't need to now.
Yeah.
No simulations required.
No. Well,
I've not got a simulator anymore.
you've got a real later. She's a real. She's a human being, right? She's not like a sex bot or anything.
No, that's weird. People are like, them videos are disgusting.
What videos?
He's been watching some documentaries about it.
They're like I'm in love with my own car, or I'm in love with.
You are starting your car, mate. Don't bring the car into the bedroom, please.
No, it's because it's loud in my house. That's why I'm in my car.
Yeah. Okay. How old is she? He said nervously.
She's 22.
Beautiful. Okay. How old are you?
21.
Hey, older woman. Older woman. Nice one.
You're just a baby.
And this is absolutely true. I am a pastor in the Church of Universal Life. This is true. You know this.
He wrote off for it.
I can legally marry people.
Don't know if it's legal.
Not in this country. I can legally marry people. I really can. I can do it. Yeah. I would happily. We've got a special discount this month. 60 quid. I will marry you too.
What?
I'll be like the vicar is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to accept
For
that.
60 quid. I used to be on the telly.
Not right now.
Not right now.
What I'd like to do is I like to do it on a stage and then I would bring you both on and then I would bring you both off. Make a show of it, Catherine. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh my God.
Maybe.
Have a think about it.
Don't ever think about that. That's not worth thinking.
I would want to have a dip though.
God. Bet you've missed us, haven't you?
Yeah, I generally have. I keep watching. Currently, I can't connect to my Twitch.
Oh.
So I can't chat in. Well, I can't comment in the chat. It keeps wanting me to put that code, that verification code, but it's not sending me it.
Damn them.
Twitch is so different. If you haven't logged into Twitch for a while, or you're doing it on a different thing, they make it so difficult to log in.
It did me.
You can resub, look.
It's so simple because they've got.
I've not got Amazon Prime anymore.
Good for you.
And it says about sending in code. You press request code, and it should come. Normally, it'll come through straight away, but it hasn't. And everything was logged out. I don't know.
Do you have a date for the wedding? Serious question.
Don't tell him the date.
No.
Don't tell him the location.
Is it one of those ones you're going to be engaged for like 5 years?
Have a date. No.
Okay.
Currently, I don't know when I'm getting enough money, so you know.
Yeah, isn't it?
Right. Gaffer's telling you to check your junk. I think he means for your verification code.
Your junk mail, not in your pants.
No, but check your junk as well because that, you're young,
Always,
but you never know.
men, you got to check your junk. Really, really do. Check your junk.
Do it now.
Yes.
How are you two doing anyway?
We both hate each other. We're like the odd couple.
We're
We don't want to
staying
work
together for the sake of you lot.
We have to. We don't want to. We despise each other, but we're stuck in this loop of having to come on here and entertain you lot.
But to be honest, the only reason why we get out of bed in the morning is to torture each other. So it's kind of...
shut up.
Piss off, I hate you.
So that's how we're getting on, Liam.
Yeah. How's the radio?
Oh.
It's all right. I'm thinking of jacking it all in, if I'm completely honest. But yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah. I listen to it now and then, but again, I'm busy, so...
Yeah. like you said, you got all those shifts at Tesco's.
Well, that's only happened recently with me not doing shift.
Yeah. What radio station am I on again?
Radio... Don't know.
God, yeah! It could have been so beautiful. I love Liam so much. You were filthy to Liam. You were filthy.
I don't know what...
I think you were very, very disrespectful.
I don't know what you're referring to at all, Catherine.
I do.
We know. He's a young man. I'm an old man, and I'm helping guiding him through... He's a very tricky... He doesn't want to get married. That's the vibe I got there. He's stuck in it.
I don't think either of us are in a position to be handing out advice on marriage.
Bit of a frog in my throat. You know what? I think we're done. We can't top that.
Can't top that at all, no. We're going to dip.
No, we're not. Catherine. You're going home. Let's see if there's anyone that we can dip
raid
into. Or any of our people. Who's Mochi Bunny? Who's Mochi Bunny?
I think it was.
Oh,
what's she got there?
It's like a crab. She's gonna snap a crab. Hang on. Is she snapping a crab?
That's not a crab. Okay. I think that might be a bit of the rice that I didn't get to in the bottom of my bowl. What are you gluing?
Sorry, Lee. I don't really have much time to watch Twitch today. It's okay.
We're totally raiding Mochi Bunny.
What's she doing? Thank you for stopping by.
She's doing some gluing.
Thank you, everybody. We really appreciate it. Listen, next week we're back, I think Thursday and Friday. I need to double check, but we're going to be behind the paywall. We're going to be on YouTube. If you want to watch, you've got to sign up to the $4.99 plus VAT tier, at the least $4.99 a month, and you will get the link to thank you, Richard. Just put the links in Patreon in the chat there. You will get sent the links probably Sunday. Normally try and send it out about Sunday, but it might actually be Monday because I'm going to Manchester. Patreon.com/Ian and Catherine. Patreon.com/IAIN and Catherine with a K.
Yes.
Really, really enjoyed it tonight. Thank you, everyone, for being part of it. Don't forget, keep your fingers crossed for Lino. Send out good vibes if you can. If you're into praying, do all of that stuff. That would, let's see what happens. Yeah, that's it. We're done.
Good night.
Let's go and raid. Ciao, ciao, ciao.
Bye. Go.